and welcome to Natural Havoc. Please, in chat, do let us know if you can hear us all. Great, you're damn awesome. Yeah, we are Natural Havoc. We are a group of Twitch streamers that decided to give playing and streaming D&D a go. We'll be using the 5e system, however, with a few added homebrew rules thrown in. Most of us are not new anymore, and we're all veterans. However, due to, unfortunately, a family matter coming up for Tim and Lan, they are unable to join us tonight. So we have decided, instead of doing a main campaign session, because obviously they would miss out on a lot, and it could be a little difficult for these three to suffer with it on their own, we have decided to throw a little one-shot for you all. So we will be doing a little one-shot called Tales of Fortis. And as this is our last stream before we go to TwitchCon and take a little break, and I'm on holiday straight after TwitchCon as well, so it'll be a 2-week little break. We have we thought we needed to throw on a little session for you. So it is going to be set in Fortis. It is going to be set 307 years before the current campaign. And it is set in the southern deserts of Fortis. Maybe not too far from where a little elephant boy might live. And maybe where he came from. So yes, we are going to be doing that for tonight. So I hope you guys do enjoy. And yeah, let's go around the room and introduce each ourselves. Where do I go? Down? Smitty, take it away.
Hi, I'm Smitty, and I am playing. Is this where I introduce my character?
Sure. Say your race, class, and name. Go for it.
Okay, not how they look.
No, not yet.
No, okay. My name is Smitty. Normally, I play Maeve, who is a half-elf druid barbarian, but tonight I get the pleasure of playing True Tales. She's a tabaxi warlock, and she has a little friend.
Awesome. And to the other side of the screen, Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. Usually I play Erhard, but tonight I will be a Furbolg barbarian. I think that's it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Awesome. You said the name, right?
Oh, he is called Putok.
You might have already said it. I saw
No,
Eagle
I didn't.
pressing some buttons, and I was like, "What's going on?" But I think it's all good. And talking of the tech wizard himself, what is that, Mr. Eagle Outlaw? Tell us who you are playing, and how you're feeling, buddy.
Hello, everybody. I am taking over for tech stuff today. My first time, so please be easy on me. I play the half-elf fighter. Half-elf fighter. And his name is Baron. Yeah, and follow the socials.
Thank you. Good job. Follow those socials. And I will be playing everything else. So, I am narrator, fourth wall breaker. I am the sand, not the grass. I am the mountains, not the trees. And I am everything else that'll be in play today. So yeah, guys, I hope you thoroughly enjoy it. It was all a little bit last minute, as we did only find out yesterday, as did they. So, it's kind of thrown together a little rushed, but I'm sure we'll have fun doing it nonetheless. So, let us go into the introduction of our little one shot. When I pull up my notes, which apparently have closed. Cool. Right. So, are you all ready? Oh, lots of nods. Lots of nods. We find ourselves in the year 1161. 307 years before the current campaign. However, this story happens on the continent of Fortis, in the southwestern deserts. We watch as one of the desert tribes go about their daily routines. And this tribe goes by the Wind Runners, a tribe famed for its use of boat-like constructs to sail across the sands using the wind to fill their sails. However, this day is not like any other. The tribe is at war with a neighboring tribe who is trying to expand into the Wind Runners' territory. The Windrunners respond with the bulk of their tribe going to war, led by their great chieftain, Jahala Ridgeback. Those that remain to protect the encampment are either trusted by Jahala himself, or those of a skill that could assist in his absence. Jahala has been gone now for just but a few weeks, and his heavily pregnant wife, Melita, is ready to give birth any day now. The healers and handmaidens entrusted with the task of caring for Melita have been hard at work making sure that she is as comfortable as possible and ready for the birth of the heir to the tribe. However, this morning changed everything. Melita is in severe pain, and those tasked with caring for her are worried for the health of both of them, her child and Melita herself. Not knowing what to do, they try to calm her and use their magical healing to see if they can ease the pain. However, to no avail. Melita begins to bleed heavily, and something is seriously wrong. The healers go back and forth, trying to remedy the situation, however still with no success. The heir to the tribe is in grave danger, as is the chieftain's wife. Melita demands to speak with the man in charge during these trying times, Baron. As we pan outside of Melita's current tent, and we see the outskirts of the tribe and the wooden 7-foot-high barricade wall, the watchtowers, and the cave that part of the tribe encampment goes into, we see a gentleman stood with his hand on the hilt of his blade, overlooking the entire tribe, hearing the cries of pain coming from Melita's tent. Baron, would you please describe yourself as we look upon you and gaze upon you, stood beside this tent?
So standing there, you see about 5'8", kind of muscular on the top. He's wearing some plated armor. He's pretty refined himself quite a bit. He has a shield on his back, his axe on his side, hilted, and you see a long black hair, a little scar like going on his right eye. And yeah, he has green eyes. He has a little bit of fuzz here on his chin. And he looks very stressed as he's kind of pacing back and forth, wondering what he's going to do, what should be his next move, all of that.
Yeah, and as he does pace back and forth with this obviously big task ahead of him of controlling the tribe while Jahala is away, a good friend of yours, and you can just hear the cries of pain from his wife coming from the tent, not really understanding exactly what's going on. You do spot an individual leave the tent. This individual you recognize. Your wife emerges from the tent, running toward you with a face of much concern. You see blood up her arms, up to the elbow, covered all over her and splatters and specks over her apron. She looks at you. Baron? Melita's asked me to bring you to her urgently. It's really not looking good. Would you come?
Of course, let's go check it out.
And the pair of you walk back towards the tent, hurried. And as you walk in, you see Melita across a bed with around about 6 other handmaidens and healers around her, all talking amongst themselves and trying to relieve some pain of Melita. As you are escorted to the headboard end of the bed, your wife says, Melita, Baron is here to speak with you upon your request. I'll leave you to it. And she steps to the side. And as you bend down to speak to Melita, she says, Baron, I need you to find those you trust most. I need you to take me to the heart of the Scarlet Sands. I fear for the heir, and none here can help me. She screams out in this ear-piercing scream beside you as she grabs your hand and squeezes tightly. Do you say anything?
Well, ma'am, you do realize we are very short-manned here. You sure you want to go on a crazy idea quest?
Baron, my child belongs to this world. Round up those that can get me to Takatha, those that you trust, those that are capable. And as she says this, again, another ear-piercing scream comes out. As you turn your head away for but a second, your hand is released, and a handmaiden steps in before you. What do you do?
Well, seeing that she's obviously in very big pain, I can't just let her, go through this. And being now in charge, I have to follow along her request and save the child, of course. So I will go find seeing them about to be going out to the sands, and I'm gonna need someone to get me there kind of quick. I'm gonna go look for the trainer of the sand ride or the wind riders, the vehicles or whatnot. And I'm gonna go look for the trainer of that bunch.
Yeah, and as not being originally from this tribe, the name of the sand sailors does evade you, but you do remember whereabouts they are. And as you step outside of this tent and you look all around you, you do see the entire tribe, roughly 40 to 50 people remaining in this tribe, all stopping what they're doing, staring towards you. Mostly women, children, and elderly, as many of the stronger individuals have left for war. And as you look around and scan the horizon, you do see towards the back, a little bit further away from where you currently are, you see that there are 4 sand sails that are currently ready and set to go, one of which being a larger, more like transport vessel. And beside those 4, you see a tabaxi woman by the name of True Tales. So, True Tales, can you please describe your character for me?
Yeah, you see a skinny, lanky tabaxi woman, about 5'6" tall, with a dark fur that is like that of like a black panther, but has like the shimmer of a pattern that goes across it. She's wearing like the light colored linen that people often wear in the desert, and has it wrapped around her and kind of covering her neck and like jaw section as well, so she can pull it up easily. On her back rests a spear and a crossbow, and on her shoulder you would spot a small red imp looking a little bit grumpy.
And as you see this, you also see 4 other individuals who seem to be tightening the sails and preparing the sand sails there. And do you approach, Baron?
Of course.
Yeah, you head on over.
True Tales.
Baron, not now. We don't have time for any more lessons, okay?
No, not at all. I don't want to lesson. I need your help. You see, the tribe leader's wife is in great pain, and we need to sail across the Scarlet Sands and meet with the individual that could, the only one that we know of that can help her at this time.
Travel across the Scarlet Sands?
I know it sounds sounds dangerous, but she's in great pain.
These sand sails are fast, but this is a few hours travel.
Which is why I'm asking you for help. You are the best one here, after all. Might as well ask for your help if I was to ask of anyone to help.
Right. Sure. How many people are coming? How many sails do we need?
I would say, we need to keep her protected. I would say we need to take the big one for sure. You're good with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then maybe 1 or 2 other the smaller sails to bring some extra help in case we are attacked, of course.
Should we do we need to bring any resources on our travels? It's I don't know how long we're gonna be out.
Right.
when we're there.
I got someone in mind to bring for food and resources of that bunch. I'll go get him soon,
All right, I'll get the sails ready.
and I'll head on to find the chef.
And yeah, as you turn around and start walking away from the sand sails, and True begins getting them ready and prepared with her couple of rookie riders currently helping her out. You start heading towards the military barracks, and as all this commotion is going on, a handful of 6 or 7 of the guards that were on break step outside of their tent and look towards you, and pushing past them to see what the commotion is your good friend Patok. As a furbolg man, a little too tall for the tent, has to crouch under it to come out, and as he does, Patok, do you want to describe your character for us?
Yeah, you see before you a big furbolg man with grayish, bluish, gray-bluish skin, auburn hair that's kind of half length, I don't know, up to the ears, touching the neck maybe, and yeah, he's very, let's say, heavy built, and yeah, he likes his food, and you can see that.
So yeah, as he emerges and looks around to see what's going on, Patok, you do see Baron storming towards you with some concern across his face.
Hello, Baron.
Patak,
What's the rush?
good to see you, my friend. I actually am looking for you. I am here to ask for you a favor and some assistance.
Do we need a feast prepared?
No feast. You've been here in the streams, I'm sure. I mean, they're pretty loud. We need to take the chieftain's wife across the Scarlet Sands and meet with a magical healer of sorts and get her some help she needs. I need to know if you're willing to join us and maybe provide some food, maybe be of assistance. You are the heavy built kind. I'm sure you can defend yourself and maybe even help out a little bit more.
Yes, sure. I always have my pan ready and food supplies. Always.
Good,
There's
good.
never a shortage when I'm around.
Great. Very happy
But
to
is
have
she
you.
in shape? Travel?
We will make it happen. Look, all I need from you right now is to get your pans and your food ready, load it up on the big sand surfer, and we'll get ready to go from here. I'll go make sure the chieftain's wife is safely aborted on the big one.
Yeah, and you just see the big furbolg just not hurriedly, but also kind of slowly packing together things like all kinds of cooking utensils and getting like a hunting trap for the travel along the sands. Like, you never know what you need, and yeah, just get himself prepared.
Yeah, and you start walking over towards the sand sales area, and you start loading cargo up: food, pots, pans, salt, seasonings. You make sure that there's food fit for the chieftain's wife aboard the vessel, as well as spares for any that do accompany you. And at this time, a big selection of probably around about 9 tribesmen approach you, Baron, and as this happens, they say, I hear you're going to the Scarlet Sands.
That is indeed the case.
Why on earth would you take her there?
Because if anything happened to the chieftain's wife or son, who do you think he's gonna have a fit with? Exactly. I'm not getting I'm not getting myself in trouble over this, and I would rather make sure she's safe.
But it's forbidden.
I know it's forbidden.
You're not to cross them.
Are you gonna try to stop me from going?
Oh, no, Baron, look, we trusted your ability, but it's dangerous.
I know.
Let us accompany you.
come along then.
Let us try to help. We need to be careful.
We do. I agree. Which is why you guys will be split on the smaller sands or whatever they're
Very
called.
well.
And you guys will send one as a scout ahead, and the other will stay behind us just in case.
Very well. As you wish.
Thank you.
And yeah, they start running off. And Patok, as you're carrying like a big sack of like grain or something over to one of them, a couple of the guards see you carrying it over, and there's like an altercation between you and them. And you're like, oh yeah, I could use some help. And yeah, you see the guards running off, grabbing your items, running back over, trying to speed you up a little bit because they realize the severity of what's going on. And Baron, as you do approach back to the chieftain's tent, you do start to see a stretcher has been made for Melita, and Melita. And as the tanned hide with the two wooden beams is being pulled out, you see her being dragged basically onto this stretcher and then pulled out of the tent towards the outside where you are. And one of the guards that is carrying her says, Baron, which one are we putting her in?
The big one.
Very well. One of the handmaidens wish to accompany, so as to keep her satisfied, healed up, or anything that she can require. Offer assistance.
Good. That's good.
Very well. And yeah, they start taking her over to the larger sand sail. And as they lower her in, she is shrieking out in some pain. But as she is lowered in, she seems to stop screaming. And I would say at this point, you do notice, you do notice as you're looking around, the handmaiden that has gotten in has cast a spell. And she seems to be trying to calm her and soothe her. And it seems to have worked as she has fallen into like a dozy sort of dreamlike state to just keep her content while this is going on. And you can see that every now and then she just is just checking, making sure that everything's okay, but she definitely looks very worried. And as this is all happening, yeah, all of you congregate around the larger sand sail as the guards begin opening the gates for you all to come to exit through. So, yeah, you are all stood around, getting ready to set off. You've got your various rookies getting their sand sails ready, with guards being queued up onto it, jumping on, all ready and geared up to go. And yeah, anything you want to do before you leave?
This is an empty-looking party after having everybody send off to war.
I understand. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And before we do head out, I'll just tell my wife real quick that I'll be back and that everything will be fine and that she has nothing to worry about, of course. And after that, I'll just get on in and ready to go.
She does reach up to you and pecks you on the cheek before you go, and just softly says, "Be safe." As you turn and climb aboard the sand sail. And yeah, true. Before you, as you grab the reins of the big sail for this vessel, you have Melita inside with the handmaiden, and sat right at the front. You do have Patok, and behind you, just keeping an eye everywhere around, you do have Baron. And yeah, can I have a land vehicles dexterity check, please, from
yes,
you?
Sir.
And Eagle, can we
Yep,
make
I have
sure we're on the dice? You got it?
Yep.
Hey, let's go. 24. Yes, and as you begin sailing through, the others have a slightly rockier start as they're trying to get through the gate, as they've only done it a few times. But you manage to cast the gust cantrip into the sail, and as you cast that gust cantrip, it pulls away very quickly, and you manage to almost drift through the gates and pull away and then realign the sail to pull you in the direction you need to go. And as you go out, 3 of the other sand sails do fly out after you, 2 of which flank you, and 1 goes ahead, slightly, just to be a scout of some sorts. And yeah, at this point, you're all on this sand sail heading towards your destination as the sun is very high in the sky on this midday. The heat is beating down upon you all, and at this point, you do see that Melita falls into a slumber. And as this is happening, the handmaiden sits back. She lets out a big sigh, and she just looks up at the 3 of you. I just hope we get there in time.
Everything happens in its own time. We'll get there. Just
I hope you're right, Badok.
How long does she have?
We do not know. We are unaware of what exactly is wrong. She seems to be bleeding, and we're unable to stop it, or we can stop it, but only for a short time before it resurfaces. I will be casting healing spells upon her to try and soothe this experience, but it's a lot.
Be as quick as we can.
I really wish we would not have to go to Decatha. Have you all heard the stories?
A few. Her to stay away?
Yes. She is said to be a healer of the sands. But since her arrival, the sands around her home have turned to crimson. We believe it to be a curse of some sort. Some believe that she is in fact a devil in disguise, striking bargains with those that need her aid. Others think that she is a hunched-back hag that feeds off of children. But some say that she is a fallen angel, here to heal the wounds of the sands. I just worry that Melita is going to extreme lengths for something she does not know if it is true.
Hey, Loki?
And at this, you all see a small, spindly-looking, red, impish man, which you all know, he's a bit of a pest. There have been times where your pots and pans, Patak, have gone missing, and you have found them in a pile outside of your tent. And you hear the giggling of a small creature nearby. Baron, you have often found a box or a crate been pushed over nearby with some swords or shields or armor fallen out of it. And again, you hear the chuckles of a creature. And you all know that it is Loki. However, you also know that Loki is tied to True. And, you know to mind him no business, as he is just a little prankster. But as you call for Loki, climbing up from the boat, you just hear, "Yes?"
You heard these stories? The woman in the
Yes.
sands?
Yeah, of course I have, yes. I have heard many stories.
She ever been mentioned around Xerox?
Not Xerox, no.
What have you heard?
I heard that a man had his leg chopped off, and she regrew it.
Right. Where'd you hear this?
People?
Not down in the hells?
No, I haven't been there for long times.
Okay.
I've been with you.
Yes, unfortunately you have.
Excuse me, I am very helpful.
Right, like this morning when you tied my shoelaces together?
Yes?
That was helpful?
They need tying, no?
To each other? No. No, they do not.
Well, semantics.
Okay, you want to be helpful, Go and sit on top of the peak of the sail, have a look
Ah.
out.
And yeah, you see these little leathery wings shoot out the back of him as he flutters up to the top. And just as he does, he flutters up, and you can see he's got an apple that he's stolen from the bag. And as he flutters up, Patok, as you're looking around, you just feel bonk on your head, and then you just hear some giggling from up above you.
This always gets me.
You
I
gotta be
just-
faster.
Well, it's past now. No harm was done.
This is true. Hey, chef, what's on the menu tonight?
Well, I can fry up anything you would like. I'm sure I can find some bacon, some eggs, or if you would prefer something more like veggies, we can sure find something that will suit everyone.
Sounds good. Where'd you learn to cook like that? I never asked.
Well, I've been out in the wilderness, or well, wandering the lands before I came to the tribe. As you know, I've been out for many years, so I picked up a few things, looking after myself and others.
You're a good
And
guy, Patok.
thank you, Drew. You've always been good to us too.
Somebody's
I,
gotta teach you all how to sail here.
I guess I will actually start taking out some ingredients and just start chopping some stuff up and potentially preparing a meal that we can have at some point.
Some form of a snack, yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll me? You are.
I should have added myself cooking utensils. or
That's
something.
okay. Roll me wisdom. Roll me a wisdom check.
Sure.
Let's roll me flat wisdom.
Oh, just flat.
Yeah, just flat wisdom for now. And then I will.
That's
Yeah,
13.
yeah. And I would have given you advantage because you would have had
Oh.
cooking supplies. So
Sure.
that's a nat 20.
It's a 23.
So you manage to, while on a sand sail, you do manage to prepare a light snack / meal for the people around you, and with that natural 20, yeah, you heat up your pan, your magical pan, and begin cooking the food within it. And then as it's ready, you start to simmer it down, and you give everyone a small snack. What did you cook? What did you decide to cook up here?
Okay. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I chopped up some potatoes, and I found a couple fish that were still around. I don't know where we found those fish actually. They always show up, but they very nice. And yeah, some yeah, I fried that up. Just
Yeah, you fry it up. Yeah, and as you fry it up, roll me a d4. A 2. I will say that all of you get 2 temporary hit points, as he did roll a nat 20 on that. So I'll allow it. You all get 2 temporary hit points going into this fray of some sort that will eventually arrive, I'm sure. And yeah, as you all sat there, you do see that the terrain becomes a little more difficult, let's say. It's not as flat as you start heading further south. And as you head further and further south, you, for the next 40 minutes or so, it is starting to get more hillier and hillier. At some points, you see the rookie sand sailors hit a hill and get some pretty good air before hitting back down, where you see a few of the guards kind of like rock, like one nearly falls out and they grab him and pull him back in. And you can see that they're enjoying it, but they're also terrified of what's happening right now because they're not quite in control. However, we have True, who is a master navigator of the sands and is weaving around the hills as to not cause too much discomfort for Melita. However, as you start going further and further, the scout ahead shouts back, and you all begin to hear him shouting to you. There are figures to the left! Maybe 6, 7? One appears to be much taller than the others. Do we go around? And as he shouts that back to you, why don't all three of you make me a perception check to see if you can spot what's ahead? And I'll allow, I'll say Loki can have one as well, because Loki's a curious little bean. So we'll let him have
I
a
got
little
an
look.
11.
Do you roll for Loki?
I'll roll for Loki, yeah. No worries. Perception is not there, so it's wisdom. A flat roll with +1. Oh, he doesn't see anything. Okay, so we have 2 11s as true and oh, name two wait what's
Why is it?
Putok.
Oh,
Putok.
I thought I changed it earlier.
Someone
I-
put in
Two-pack.
chat. Someone put in chat
Putok.
earlier 2-pack and it killed me. I thought it was so
Ooh,
funny.
tall.
Putak. Okay. Yeah. So Putok. As the pair of you start looking out, you can see the figures off into the distance, and it is in the direction that you're going, but slightly off to the left. And as you're trying to see what's ahead, you can see this slightly taller figure. But you can't make out any details. However, Baron, sat at the back of the sand sail, you do look around and you can just make out a few additional features. You can see that there are 6 figures looking to be chasing another figure. And this other figure is a very well-dressed gentleman. You see a full suit being worn by this gentleman, running in the midday sun in the middle of a desert. And as he's running, you see what looks to be like this large, almost like a wardrobe on his back. And as he's running, you see these tapestries and cloths hanging over the back of it. And this gentleman is wearing a top hat. And as he's running, you can see he keeps looking back, and these smaller creatures are goblins. And they seem to be throwing, like, rocks at him. But they're running after him, throwing rocks. But you can see from this, with a 20, you can see there doesn't seem to be an intent to kill, but they're chasing him. And yeah, this is what you see.
First, I'll tell this to the other people in the sand cell with me. True. The likelihood of this, you've sailed quite a bit. I mean, is there a way we can maybe slow down a little bit more to maybe get a better view of this man with a top hat that is running through the sand? I don't know how he got here.
We could head towards it, slow down a bit. If we stop, it'll take a minute to get going again.
Got it. Okay, yes, can we do that? And I'll yell at the scout to push up a little bit more, but don't go too far. Just kind of push up a little bit more and stay there as...
Towards them or
No, further
along?
up.
Okay,
And then
main
I'll
course.
have the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that's with us, that should be behind us. They're going to follow us and kind of swerve in towards...
Yeah, you've got one either side of you and
Okay.
one in front.
Okay, I'll have the two that are with us kind of just zone in, and then we'll get a little closer.
Yeah, and as to slow yourselves down, what you will notice that aren't sand sailors. The 3 sand sailors use gust at a slight angle, and they turn the sail into it so that the wind hits them from a different direction, which slowly brings it to more of a steady pace rather than a quickened pace. And as you're running towards them, you just hear from this taller top hat gentleman, you just hear, "By the gods! Would you please help me? These goblins, they wish to rob me of my wares!" As you just see this gentleman. And now that you've gotten closer, you can see this man isn't a man. You see that he has a skull for a face. You see his hands are bone. and he is running towards you, and you can hear him shouting out to you.
Baron, have you seen this before?
Have I?
I'm gonna go with a hard no.
Hard no. I have no idea what
Skeleton
this
man,
is.
yeah. You've seen skeletons before, sure.
Yeah.
But a skeleton man carrying a large wooden thing on his back, wearing very fancy looking clothes and a top hat? Yeah, that's a little odd.
It does seem to be a tailor.
Great
An
observation.
undead? An undead tailor?
Yes. I'll take out my axe and I'll just kind of set it down. If you want to go closer, sure. That's entirely on you. What do you? I'll turn to the handmaid. How much time do we have until she will, our tribal wife will wake up? Chieftain's wife.
Well, she could awake any moment.
Mm.
If there is too much disturbance to the sand sail, then maybe it might jar her awake.
Mm.
Yes, I would be careful of how we travel, but obviously the quicker we get there, the better.
Okay.
And as you're having this conversation, you can just hear from the distance, "But please, just help me! The savages!"
I
And
will.
that's all you can hear.
Will at first prepare my axe, like, prepare with it, and then I'll leave it still there, and I will tell Fruit Tales, begin to slow down. We'll enjoy this weird coincidence just a little bit.
I have a plan. It's a bit
Okay.
more risky,
Uh,
but it'd be quicker if it worked.
As much as I like the risk, we don't want to take too many. We do have the chieftain's wife with us at the moment.
Baron, we are traveling into the sands, the sacred sands. I think we're taking enough risks today
Yes.
as it is.
Too much. We don't want to add another one on top of it.
Right, well, hear me out. We could keep going at the pace that we are. Go parallel him, grab him onto the boat, and keep going. And if he's no good, we kick him straight off, and he can be on his own.
And as you get closer, you now can hear very faint in the distance. You just hear, and you can just hear this constant bickering coming from the creatures running behind him. And he's just like, "No, I'm not giving you that. Stop throwing rocks at me." As you just see this. There's some form of interaction. Does anyone here speak Goblin?
I'm actually checking right now.
I don't think anyone does.
No.
Nope.
No?
This
Okay,
is
yeah. And so all
definitely-
you just hear is, and that's all you could just hear from like this echoing muffle. And there's about 6 of them, all just like barking stuff at this man who's just running, and he just keeps responding, "Just leave me alone," as he's just running away from these things.
Well,
What is it, Baron?
I can lift him up.
Let's do it quick. Make it quick.
Sailors! Left!
Yeah, and as you shout that, all 3 of them in unison like drift round towards the left, and you can see this mark in the sand behind as these lines from the underside of the boat, they leave the grooves in the sand, and then all of a sudden all 3 turn left in some formation. And as they do, you swing by, one of the sand riders goes further left to allow to be in between, so that one of you can try and grab the person, as they seem to realize what the plan is here. So, you're aiming to fly past.
Do a drive-by
Someone's gonna
pickup.
grab him.
I will stand next to
We'll slow
Plutarch.
down a bit, but we're not going to come to a halt.
Okay, in that case, I would like True to make me a sand sailing maneuver. So I need you to make me a roll,
Is it
please.
dexterity?
Dexterity again, yes. 16, not bad, not bad. As you manage to pull it in close, and that is enough for someone to reach out to grab him. However, I am gonna need a strength athletics check, please.
Oh, I will
As
hold
you
on
reach
to the
out.
to the rail, and with the other hand, I try and grab the skeleton, or maybe the. You said he had a wardrobe on his back.
It looks like a wooden piece of furniture of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, and I try to haul him up.
Sure. I would like a strength athletics check, please.
Does my powerful build do anything for that?
I will say it will give you
You
advantage.
count as one size larger.
I'll say it gives you advantage as you are
Cool.
leaning out. A 13. I will say a 13. You do grab a hold of him. However, you don't have enough strength at this angle to pull him in, as you are leaning over the side of the sand sail and just dragging him through the sand at this point. And you could just hear as all this sand is like going in his face and like hitting into him, and you can just hear the occasional like thud as his body is hitting the sand.
Oh,
And as all this is happening, you just hear from the distance as all of these stones come hurtling by and just like thudding like the ground near where the sand sail is as you gust and pick off again. Baron, are you gonna
I'll
jump
help.
in and
I'll
help?
try to help.
Sure. Roll me an athletics check with
Yep.
advantage as the pair of you try to pull this gentleman up.
I will also send in Loki to help.
Okay.
with his little wings.
Yeah, sure. Loki flies down, and you can see like Loki's like grabbing some of the tapestries, like looks at some and is like, and then like he just yoinks a piece of it, and he flies off as the pair of you pull this this gentleman in. And as you look at him, you just see a skull for a head attached to his spine, and just a skeletal body with skeletal hands. And there is a moment of silence, apart from the echoing from people, the things in the distance. But you just have this moment of silence as you look into the eye holes of the skeleton.
Well, you are a strange one.
And he looks at you and he goes, and he leans over the side and he coughs, and just a pile of sand comes out of his mouth. And he's like, oh, my word. Well, that was an experience. I thought you might stop to pick me up, but, well, tally-ho, we're here. Well, how the devil are you all?
Who are you? How the hell did you end up in the Scarlet Sands? And second of all, what are you doing running away from the goblins out here?
Well, you see, I'm a traveling merchant by trade. I travel through, the Fortisian deserts, selling my wares. You see, the Okandan tribe of goblins in Mount Wires, well, let's just say, they weren't up for trading, more stealing. They've been tracing me for like 3 days now.
Why are you out
Inside check.
here?
Sure, roll an insight check. 14. You don't see visible sweat, you don't see a visible twitch, you don't see anything visible giveaways, as the man is literally skeleton. However, you probably have doubt, because it just sounds ridiculous. You're not sure whether to believe him or not.
More importantly,
Why, yes.
what are you?
Me?
Yeah.
They call me Jangles.
Yes, and you are aware that
salesman.
you only pile of bones?
A pile of bones? Oh my fingers are... No, of course I'm aware of it. What do you think I am, stupid? I don't really know why I'm like this. I fell into an acid pit and I crawled out of it. Don't really understand, but now, here I am. Jangles at your service. Jingles is what I do.
Can I detect magic with my fireball magic
Sure.
on this?
Go for it. You wanna cast Detect Magic?
Yes.
As you cast Detect Magic, yeah, you get a strong sense of necrotic energy. From something that would be undead, that's not entirely unreasonable.
Okay. Well, seems like there's something unnatural about you.
Yes, well, I thought it would be rather fitting, to go to my final resting place, where they buried me. Even though they didn't find my body, they still made a grave. And hence, well, I thought I'd bring it with me. And he taps on his back, and you now realize that strapped to his back is a coffin.
Okay, I've had enough.
Where were you buried?
Where was I buried? Well, I was buried in the middle of Fortis. Have you heard of the Imperium?
We have.
Well,
You have, yes. Well,
I
you see,
think-
I was a Imperium born, and I was an adventurer. I used to travel around, and, I fell into a vat of acid, as I said, and somehow lived. Not quite sure yet how or why. I have no organs. It's quite strange.
Well, you're a wanderer then. Just
A
like
wanderer?
me.
Yes, I've been wondering who all you are as well.
Baron?
Yes.
I lean over in Elvish. Want to check his wares?
I will.
He says in Elvish,
I'll say
I
no.
wouldn't do that.
Or do you want to kick him off the boat in Elvish?
I will extend my hand, and I will have my axe just fucking appear right in my hand. And since I did prepare it, you'll just see like a little spark come from it, and I'll just kind of aim it at him. You have 5 seconds to really tell me what you're doing out here in the Scarlet Sands, or I'm gonna punch you off.
I've just told you, I am a salesman. I look. May I reach into my coffin?
Make it quick.
And he slides the coffin over onto his lap, and he like pushes the lid off slightly. But after unbuckling some belts that he's wrapped around it, and as he does, he pulls out some vials and he says, "Ha ha! You see these?
What are they?
Vials of the Asharum.
Okay.
Interested?
What are they?
Well, they are vials of the Asharum. You know of the Asharum, right? The ancient pools of healing?
Ancient pools of healing. What do they? What do they do?
Tui, that definitely got you interested, didn't it? These vials, apparently, when drank, allow you to benefit from a short rest. A respite, one might say. Without having to stop, they re-energize and revitalize the body. As you can see, I don't need them, as I'm a skeleton.
You're dead. Well, we did save you, so I would like to have one of those in return of saving your life.
Well, if you hadn't have saved my life, the goblins would have probably took them anyway. By all means, friend.
I'll grab one.
He gives you one vial.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Of the Asharum. So put vial of Asharum on your sheet.
How much do you want?
Well, one of these vials would probably send you back. Well, the last one I did sell was for a sheep and a llama. So 35 gold?
I have 10.
Right. But do you have anything else to sell? Like a whole pig?
I could hunt for one at some point.
Right. Anyone else? As he turns to the group.
I have 25 gold. If someone wants to cough up 10, we can just grab it and go.
I'm gonna step towards him.
Aha! Hello there.
And try to intimidate him.
Okay.
As I don't know how tall he is.
Mm-hmm. He's about 5'6".
As I stare him straight in the eyes, or the lack thereof, into the holes. And I whisper towards him. Zarok's waiting. But in the meantime, my tail is gonna wrap around, and I want to sleight of hand the potion.
Okay. Firstly,
behind.
then, can I have an intimidation check to see how intimidated he is? Oh,
25.
okay. Yeah, he is. His bones are shaking, And
He knows
I
who
would-
Xarax is.
yeah, and I would then like a sleight of hand with advantage. And do you try to take it from his hand? Or the
My
or,
tail is like wrapping behind him.
Mhm.
So unless maybe it shoots out and it tickles him, and maybe I don't know what happens. Maybe he drops it, or
You could go for something else in the coffin if you wanted, or you could go for because he's got one in his hand and he's just given Baron one.
sure. Then I probably would go for the coffin.
Okay, sure.
If that makes yeah.
As your tail goes in, I'll say with a 13, he hasn't noticed, but yeah, there's a very slim chance that he could. You start to pull out what appears to be a vial of some sort, and as you start to bring it to the surface of the coffin, it slips, but then you feel something prop it up, and you manage to take a vial. And as you say, he says, yes, I said 35, didn't I? I meant it's free. It's free. There
Why?
you
Thank
go.
you. True.
Wow,
Nice to
you're
meet you.
very
True.
nice.
Baron? Right.
So what do I have to do?
So you add 2 vials of Ethereum.
So where are you
Two.
headed, by the way?
Me, I'm heading to whatever tribe will take me in for me to sell wares and
Great.
buy wares, you know?
Buy
Where did
wares.
you say you were heading? The Scarlet Sands?
Yeah,
We're just on the outskirts of them, yes.
yeah.
You heading into them?
Indeed, we are.
You're mad people. Insane. Why would you
Well,
go there?
Lucky you, you get to join on the adventure, don't you?
Oh, if only I could cry. Well, never mind. Right,
Unless
sure,
you-
let's go.
Unless you want to let off. I mean, I could easily let you off.
Well, we are quite
sure-
far away from the... I'll stay for a while.
You'll
If
stay
it
for a
gets too
while.
hairy, I'll jump aboard.
Great. And your name is Jangles?
Jangles.
Jangles.
Yes. I like to jingle.
Oh, Jangle.
Jingle jangles, but call me Jangles.
Do you
You sure you don't want to
know?
be let off? I mean, I
Scarlet.
would gladly help you out with that.
Well, I would probably be absolutely fine not being alive and all, but I'll pass for now. We'll see what happens. There are land sharks in this area, so I'd be a little careful.
Are you even helpful in the slightest on if anything
What
would
do you mean?
listen,
Did
if
you not
I
just receive a vial of
right.
Ethereum?
If I get attacked by anything, are you going to be able to defend yourself or am I to protect you too?
I would lose an arm and a leg for you. As he takes his arm off, spins it around, and then puts it back in.
I don't like smartass very much. I would really like an honest answer.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I haven't had an ass in years. I'll help you as much as I can. I'm all bone.
So tell me, Jangles.
Yes!
Do you know the Scarlet Sands?
Do I know them personally? No, because only a madman would venture through there. Do I know
No.
of stories of them? Yes, I've met many a man. I have actually been told myself that I should visit the Scarlet Scarab.
Well,
Hmm.
now's
Goes
your
by
chance.
Decatha, I think. I've been
Decatha.
told that she can, regrow a man's limbs. Maybe she could bring my skin and organs back, but I don't really know.
It could be a test subject, maybe,
For?
to see if you could regrow limbs, arms, flesh, eyes.
Maybe more so to see if
Brains.
she actually can do it and if, maybe she's just all dark magic and will absolutely destroy him.
I will be completely honest.
Yeah.
I've always had an itch. I just can't quite find it.
An itch of.
On your bone?
Well, my skin, but I don't have it, Like I want to itch my chin. And then he just drags his bony fingers across the chin. Doesn't work. I don't feel anything.
Great. Awesome.
Do we have some? Do we have some leftovers from the food I cooked?
Sure, yeah.
I
I am
just-
a little parched after all of that.
I will just
sand.
pass him a portion.
Ah, I really appreciate
Welcome
that.
aboard.
Thank you very much. Do you have any liquid to wash it down with?
How do you eat?
Hmm?
How do you eat?
Well,
You're
like
a
any other
skeleton.
person, of course. Do you have liquid water, perhaps? Fresh
I
water.
I pass him a water skin.
Thank you very much. And at this, he throws the food into his mouth. It hits the back of his skull, bounces down, and lands in the bottom of the boat. And then he just throws water into his mouth, and you just see water splash his skull, and you just see a few drops hit the bottom of the boat. I feel positively refreshed.
Gonna get some meat on those bones.
Oh, I like him. He can jingle jangle all he likes. Anyway, yes, land sharks. Do beware of them. I've heard they are rife in this area.
Sounds
Oh, look.
yummy.
And as he says, oh, look, and he points in the distance, you see screams coming from the sand sail ahead of you. As you hear, in distant echoing, because they went off a little further, you do hear, "Sand shark!" And as you hear it, you see the sand near them parting. And as it parts, you see the sand sail get lifted into the air, and this creature, this gargantuan, metallic-looking creature, crushes the center of the sand sail as the three on it fall from probably about 10 foot high as they all fall out of it, and the sand sail is shattered as it splats into the sand around them, and all three of your other sand sails approach. And at this point, I would say you're probably around about 100 feet away from them, as they have got on a little bit further than you. Is there anything you want to do before you approach?
Turn the sails.
Away?
No, but not towards it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, shall we all try and gust the sails for speedy arrival?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Yep. So you cast Mage Armor, you're casting Gust to make it go quicker?
No, I was asking.
Oh, okay.
Would
nothing else.
would I know that outrunning a sand shark is pretty hard?
You would know it can be done. If someone does have a level of experience to weave in a sand sail, it definitely can be done. Your rookies, you're not so sure. You think you probably could. You definitely have confidence in your own abilities that you probably could. The others maybe not so much.
Mm-hmm.
If they were lucky, perhaps.
I tell the party as well as that we have 3 men overboard.
Can I recall any specifics on the land sharks, like
Roll
using
me-
a nature check?
Yeah,
or
roll me
something?
a nature or history check. I'll let you choose.
Oh my god.
You know that they taste like chicken.
Yes, that's what I needed to know.
If seasoned properly, they taste like chicken. And they're very big. The best bit of meat is the underbelly. You know that much.
Good. Can I try something else as well? Can I kind of shout towards the sharks and be like,
Mhm.
"Hold up! Calm yourselves! Go home!"
Yeah, as you start yelling this from the front. Baron, are you doing anything?
Well, after hearing Batak start yelling, I sigh and I cast Mage Armor on the chieftain's wife. I'll cast Mage Armor
Okay.
on her, and then I just prepare my axe. And I just grab my shield and I pull it out as well. And I'm getting ready.
Okay.
Do
So-
these sharks react at all?
There's only one. There's only
Oh,
one
it's just
shark.
one.
And as all this is happening, you see it go up, crunch it, and it goes back under, and then you just see the sand being disturbed in a circle around the 3 individuals who are running around in the sand now. One of which is one of the rookie sand sailors, and 2 of them are guards. So 2 are armed, 1 isn't. And as they're running around that, they're trying to get away from the encircling of the sand shark. And you're about 70 feet away, and I think at this point, we'll drag you to the map. As here you go. You should be able to see. Yeah, nice. So as you see, all of you in your sand sails heading towards them. You can obviously move away. It's entirely up to you if you do so. But yeah, you head towards them and you see the sand sail crushed in the middle with the 3 individuals fallen out at different angles. And somewhere there is a sand shark circling. You're not quite sure of its exact location, but it is somewhere nearby. Yeah, what do? I will say you all have 1 round to do something before we roll initiative. So if you want to like move the sand sail, if you wanted to park it up somewhere and get out, or if you wanted to go around or go straight at them, it's entirely up to you. I'll let you decide.
I would probably spend my time ensuring that the rookies, as well as this Sanso, is tied up properly. And I would also instruct them that if the sand shark were to come for them, to get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Ooh.
look at True and remember we do have the chieftain's wife on board. Let's not do anything too crazy. And if all else fails and we have to move on, we will move. That means
So-
leaving
Will.
the guards behind. That is what we have to do.
I have a trick up my sleeve to get them to come along with us, but therefore we have to get rid of the shark.
You are the best
So-
sailor. Could we not occupy its time while the other sailors move on, get the other 3 move out while we stall it?
If I am the one stalling it, that means the chieftain's wife is on the boat stalling it.
I know, but you are the best sand sailor.
Right. But if I fail, she's dead.
Right. Okay. Right then.
It has to go through me first.
Right. How about this then? Me and Putak here we can't get the sail too close. The shark is definitely a big threat. Could you keep her safe, perhaps?
I could take the sail 50 yards out, a bit further away, and come back running.
That's fine. Me and Putak will jump off first, and we'll go assess the situation first, and then you make a meet with us when you get close. We'll send one of the other sails back with you so they can keep the lady protected for us.
Sure.
And after that, I will. Hopefully, that slows down a little bit so I can actually jump
Yeah.
off, and I'll get on the ground and start heading to the three freaking out people.
No,
you-
that's what I wanted to hear.
So
And I
you 2
jump
leap off the
forward
sides.
and leap.
We're
Nice.
going for it.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay. So yeah, your
people
first
missing.
action is disembarking safely, and I'll put you 2 there as you both leap off the sides. Jangles like looks at you all, looks at True, and he's just like, "Want me to stay here?"
Come with us. You don't get a free pass.
Well, I guess if I die, you might as well have my wares anyway. He puts the coffin in the boat, and he jumps off. And as he jumps off, he just like tumbles, and then he like stands upright, like bolt upright, and he's like, and just sand comes out of his mouth as he just stands there. He's like, right, good luck, I guess. And at this, one of the guards from either of the sand sails leap off as well, and they accompany you, while the other 2 that are armed in there draw bows ready to help from a distance. As chaos ensues, I'm gonna need everyone to roll me initiative. So please click on your token, and then yeah, we're gonna roll some initiative.
I'm taking the big sail off the map, essentially, or like 50 yards back.
Which direction do you want to go? North or south?
North.
Okay, not a problem. Pardon me. Okay, that's them. Jangles. Does Loki get his own initiative?
Let me look. I think on my turn, I
On
can
your
use
turn,
my
he can do stuff.
he's my bonus action, so I
Got
think
it.
he goes
Okay.
with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a
And
problem.
find
That's
familiar,
absolutely
it's
fine.
also your turn, yeah.
Great. Okay, awesome. That definitely sums some things up. And I'll just roll for this thing. Oh, okay. He rolled very low, as you can all see in the chat. Yeah. Okay, so what is your order towards the other sand sails? To just circle it, to keep a distance? True, I feel like you were the one taking charge of what they were doing. So what would you like them to do?
I would have one rookie each take sails with me up north, as we
Okay.
all pack the sails up north and then come running back.
Okay,
And we
so
keep
all of
obviously
them,
the
yeah?
maiden. Pardon?
I think
So
she said
all of
one.
them all of them go north with you?
No, one per sail. So one because there's two or three on a boat, right?
Yep, there's 3 on a boat. One of each has jumped off to help. The others,
Yes, another
yeah.
another one can jump off. So one per boat can come up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you want another one of each to jump off.
Yeah, so then we have the three of us can just take the boats
Yeah.
up out of the way.
Not a problem. And I will move them out of the way as you will rejoin the fight next turn, as it takes a turn for you to move out of the way and then park up and then you run down. So you
Yes.
so True will join after turn 1.
Will
Okay.
Loki go on my turn still, or
If you send Loki in now, yeah, Loki can do something this turn as your turn instead.
Loki will fly over the sand and try and see where the shark is going to come up.
Okay, so we will park these somewhere over here. Pretend that they're much further away. With you guys up there. So you lot will all go there for now, and you will appear at the top of the screen, running down with them in a second. And Loki is going to go with the gang, but higher.
Yeah, he's flying up.
Yeah, brilliant. Not a problem. Okay, so as this all happens, turn 1 obviously is True. However, True is maneuvering the boat and getting it all ready and jumping off to run back down. Let's put on some music. I think this one will do. Okay. As you do that. Baron stood in the sand, seeing, I would say you can see some activity in this vicinity over here somewhere.
That vicinity?
Like all around here. You can see around basically this guy, all around him, you can see disturbed sand.
Herb sand. Okay, so I will move forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go right here for now.
I'm gonna change to that one.
Tim doesn't hear the music.
Oh,
I've
it's
just
probably,
changed
it's probably
it, I
not.
think. That's why.
Is that? Can you hear it now?
They should be able
Hopefully you
to.
can.
Can you all hear it now? Please let me know.
We might have the same issue we had before.
Yeah, or
where
you might
Nope,
have to
nope.
like.
Okay.
change
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
The
so
audio
They've
you.
not had music the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Poor guys.
Okay. But yeah, so
Mm.
Baron, you run up. You run up a little bit. Are you doing anything in particular?
I will. In this area right here where the guy isn't.
Yep.
So let me explain what I'm trying to do. So can I cast a cantrip at the ground? That, like, can I just cast it at the ground where I see the activity and see if maybe I can cause it to want to rise from the ground? Maybe disturb it?
Sure. Yeah,
So,
no, I think that's fair enough.
I
Where
will-
would you like to make an impact in the
So
sand?
you said
to get some
it's
reaction?
like in this area, like around this guy?
It seems to be around him, but it's definitely a large area of sand being moved. So this creature's gonna be You know the creature to be big.
Okay.
You saw it also leap out. It's
So
very big.
about right here,
Right next to him?
Yeah, let me see. Whoa, I should know the range of this. Yeah, 5 feet. Yeah, so it's 1 square. So about right here, in that one
Yep.
square between him and the sand sail, I'm just gonna cast Thunderclap in that direction.
Thunderclap is around
Oh,
you.
you're right. My bad. Wait. I think this one's ranged.
It's okay?
Yeah,
It's okay.
Firebolt. Firebolt's what I'm casting.
So you want to fire it directly behind the guy stood on the sand. I'm just asking a question.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, sure. As you fire your firebolt, tell us how Baron casts his
So
spell.
as he's running forward, he would just kind of flick out his left hand, and you just see like a fire, like a ball of fire to start forming in the palm of his hand, and you just kind of like chuck it, like he's like throwing, like if he's like throwing a rock or something, he's gonna throw it, and that's where he's throwing it to.
Okay, and as it hits and impacts, you do see a shift in the sand. Like it's noticed that. At the end of your turn, Patok, what are you doing?
Yeah, I will move forward. No, that's not how it works. I hate that. How does the passing work again?
Hold your token, left
Yes.
click it, hold it, and then right click, and then you can see where it goes.
Oh, no. Now I'm moving the... Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. So I have 40 feet of movement for some reason. But yeah.
Barbarians are faster because they run quicker.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Yeah, as you start sprinting up towards that direction.
Yeah, and I guess since I can't see it at the moment, I will just hold action, and if it does surface, I will chuck I will get one of my chopsticks in hands
Yep.
and have it ready
Your gigantic
to
chopsticks.
hunt down this yummy shark.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, and as that happens, Jangles starts running in this direction. And as he does, you start to see a slight purple glow to his hands as he stands there ready. And he's like, "Do we know where he is? Come out, you fiend!" And as he shouts that out, the warriors all start running to the aid of their comrades. One goes near Jangles. And they all are like with spears out waiting for it to approach. However, as the fire goes off, the area in which the fire went off, a gigantic maw comes out of the sand, swallowing the guardsman whole. And the guardsman is no more. As you see this gigantic land shark with a metallic-looking shell emerge from the surface and land on the sand itself. That is its action, however, and you do have a reaction. So, Patok, if you wish to launch that gigantic chopstick towards it, go for it.
I rolled an 80.
An 18 does, in fact, hit. So, roll your damage, please. As you launch the chopstick through the air, that's 6 points of damage as it embeds into its carapace. And you do get the feeling, just got to double check.
Piercing,
No,
I believe.
you're all good. Yeah, as it pierces through the hide and you just see your chopstick doing that thing that like arrows do where they like quiver a little from the strength. And yeah, you see this gigantic beast on the surface now. At the end of that, it is true as you come running down a little bit quicker than everyone else, but yeah, you come running down towards from the east, and yes, you come running in.
So just technical speaking, am I already within range, sort of, or am I just spending my whole turn running back still?
I would say you.
Because right now I'm
Using-
about
yeah.
55 feet away, so...
I would say you use your entire turn of movement to get there. So you can cast a spell or use a bonus action or whatever.
Could I get within 5 feet of the creature.
If you
say-
use your feline agility,
Yeah, I can go 40 feet.
I would
think.
say you can go your speed again, so that's 30 feet.
Right, then I can get all the way to here. Perfect.
Yeah.
I run all the way in. I maneuver over the sand as I know it so well. And I get right up next to the creature. And I look it in the eye, because it just ate one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my paw on its side, I guess on its fin.
Mm-hmm.
And I cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, use your attack. A 23 does in fact hit. Yep.
And I use my bonus action to Misty Step the hell out of there.
You can't, I'm afraid. Because you
Why
used
not?
a spell to cast Vampiric Touch. So you cannot
Then-
use another spell as a bonus.
Fine. Okay, then my
Also,
bonus action will be something else.
You need to roll damage.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
18.
18 as what does that look like for True as you start to touch the creature?
So where her paw touches the fin, you see where the veins would go through the body of this creature turn black and surface to the upper boards of the skin as it spreads around its body. And that's it.
Yeah, and as you do this, you start to see like a siphoning of energy come from True, and then it snaps, and as it snaps, the creature yelps out in pain as its massive maw turns towards True. You still have a bonus, yep.
Correct. My bonus action will be Loki.
And what do you want Loki to do?
Loki will fly down and use his sting attack on the creature's softer side of the skin.
Okay, I will say he would be able to get in range because he didn't move at the beginning of the turn last time. I forgot. That's my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, he gets in range, and you want to go for the sting.
Yes.
Okay, let's go for a sting. As he swoops down and his stinger tail jabs towards it, and you hear like it almost like it sounds like it's hitting metal, but it's hitting the carapace and it just scratches along it as he tries to sting it, but unfortunately to no avail. Is that the end of your turn?
It'll have to be, yes.
Okay, Baron.
So, seeing True now join the fray, I will run up again with my axe now that I have in my hand. I will run up as I did prep it before. You just see like sparks as lightning just kind of starts to come out of it, and I will swing with it and swing it towards the side and try to smack it right across the face with my axe.
As you swing that bad boy around, and as you swing towards it, it turns its head towards you as the axe hits off of the carapace, and unfortunately, the force of it reverberates back, and you don't seem to get an impact on it. As a 15 doesn't
I will go again because I can attack.
Yeah, cleave back down again. Go for it. And this time you embed it into the skull of the creature, and roll your damage as sparks of electricity come off of it. That's a total of 20 hit points. Yeah, as you smash into the skull of this creature, and sparks fly, and you see parts of its hide become charred from the electricity. At that, Patok.
Patok, seeing one of the tribalmen being eaten alive, he kind of squats down and enters a rage, shouting at using his bonus action, right? Shouting at the creature, "How dare you! I am Patok!"
And as he gets this angry rage, what does he do?
He takes his frying pan from the back and puts it in both hands and makes it light up with fire and steps right next to Baron over there, and he swings at him in his rage.
Yeah, and as you run in and swing
Do I have to
overhead,
pick something for the rage?
yes, it should be on your sheet. It will say rage. It will be like +2 or something in the middle somewhere.
There.
But yeah,
okay.
as you swing the pan down towards the creature, this amber sort of glow starts to fill the base of the pan as it starts to heat up. Yeah, make your attack. And as you swing down, you hit it, but it just kind of bounces back off of it. Would you like to make a secondary hit?
I would like to use my extra attack and hit again.
Go for it. As you swing for a second time, spinning around, and again, you crack off of the thing, but it just reverberates back, and you hear this sort of metal-on-metal noise as the reverberations of the pan starts to vibrate.
I just roar in frustration.
Yeah, and as you do so, next up you see Jangles, whose hands were glowing purple before. You start to see this darkness creep into them as he looks towards the creature, and these two beams of dark purple light shoot from his hands as he Eldritch Blasts. 1, missing. 2, well, the second one does hit. As the first one hits off the carapace and bounces up into the sky, the second one cracks exactly where Baron hit a second ago. Sorry, all these new names. Baron hit a second ago, and there's this crack on the carapace, and it hits it, denting it more and making more of a crack as it does 8 points of force damage. Yeah, he carries on running over here. At that, oh, I've just realized all the tribal men. I deleted them. Okay, the tribal men will all start running in as well to try and assist. As all of them run in, and I'll just make a load of tribal men attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 hits for 2 damage as they all stab into the giant land shark, but to no avail. It is now the land shark's turn. The land shark will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna roll a D9. 1. So, true. As the head of the beast was towards you, it snaps at you. With a natural 1, as it goes to snap at you, and you pull back, and as you clench your fist, that burst of necrotic energy in the veins through it cripple it slightly as it tries to go for you, and it just misses with its maw. However, it will burrow beneath the ground. So all of you have an attack of opportunity, so you can all make an extra attack, as the tribal warriors will attack as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Does that give Loki a attack of opportunity or no?
Yeah.
Yeah? He
I'll
will
let
go
Loki
for Sting?
He'll go for Sting!
I
Oh, he hits. Okay, miss. Okay, so 1 tribal guy hits, 2 tribal guy hits. Oh, they rolled well. And the Sting hits. Damn.
It's a con save.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 6, which is 20. The tribal guys did 20 damage. Oh my word. And then it is a con save of 11. This thing should do it. Yeah. So it only takes the 6 damage, or is it half?
Half. So
That's really good.
yeah, it's pretty good, right?
What the hell? That's like
Look
13
at Loki
damage.
go!
Yeah, as Loki stabs with the stinger into it as it goes down, and it burrows once again beneath the surface. And at that, yeah, the sand all around you is shifting, and it's really hard to stand up. I would actually like everyone to make me a dexterity save as they are stood around it to see if they can maintain their composure stood up.
Does the danger sense count for this?
Yeah, you get advantage. Because of danger sense, 18 is
lucky.
perfect. 10 was the DC, so unfortunately, true, you do get knocked prone as you fall to the ground. But it's not too bad, as I will just make all of these guys make a check as well. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3. 1. This guy falls over. This guy. And this guy. Oh, there's only 5 now. Oh well, it's fine. As they all fall over, but the majority of you manage to keep to your feet. But True, you're up.
I'm on the floor, right?
Yeah, it'd be half movement to stand up.
Oh, okay. I use half my movement to stand up, scramble back up. I can do this attack again, the spell that I did. Now, I don't know how that works. Does it require touch again, or because I touched it, does it keep going?
You can use the spell isn't it? Doesn't it cost another spell slot?
No.
Or is it
I don't.
concentration?
Yeah, a minute.
Oh. Hey, that's a really good spell. I don't know this spell.
I read my spells. I can throw it in the chat if you want.
Oh yeah, you can do it on each of your actions, but you have to attack them with it still. So you have to be able to touch
I
them.
have to touch them. Okay.
So you can remain concentration on it until they come back out and try and go for a touch. But yeah, you can't see them, so you definitely can't touch them right now.
No, but I could still do non-concentration spells whilst concentrating.
Yeah,
Correct?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm lightly gonna take a few steps back
Mhm.
on my tippy toes and sort of scan the area, and I will shoot Eldritch Blast
Mhm.
on the floor here.
Okay, yeah, so you disturb the earth over there.
Right.
Just the one?
One and yeah, one.
Yeah, sure.
No,
You can
2.
fire-
I'll
you
get
can
a
fire
bit
two,
of a
yeah.
shake going.
Sure, you fire both in the same position to try and disturb the ground a little bit. Yeah, not a problem.
Loki will hold his action.
Okay, to sting.
If he resurfaces, he will sting.
Sure, not a problem. Baron, what are you doing?
I will, so I can't lightly be walking around. I will take 2 steps forward,
Okay.
and then I will, in my left hand, I will have a fire. I'll hold an action, but I'll prepare. Can I prepare like a firebolt in my hand? Can I prepare that? Is that something that can happen? I've never played mages.
Yeah, you can hold your action for
Okay.
if it arises. You
Yeah.
can fire it.
Okay, yeah, I'll hold it so when it arises, I can just shoot it off again.
Go for it. Yeah. So as you hold that and stand out there waiting, Patok.
Sorry, I just remembered something about rage that I need to read up.
Okay. What are you doing with your
Okay.
turn?
I guess I will step in between my two friends,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, this is a monster, not a beast, right?
You don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't
Okay.
know.
Anyway, if I use my speech of beast, can I communicate with it? Like, does that take an action?
You would. You can speak with small critters, I believe, with speech. Speak with beasts.
It's beasts and plants, apparently, in a
Uh,
limited manner. I can
yeah.
communicate with them that
Yep.
they understand, but they can't communicate back or whatever. So, since I'm still raging, I would just shout at it like, "Come at me! Face me! And don't hide!"
And as you call out this towards your surroundings, is that the end of your turn?
If that doesn't count as an action, I would like to hold action for it to surface with my pan in hand. And
You want to swing at
be
it?
ready to smack it.
Okay, no problem. At this, Jangles will. He'll begin charging the Eldritch Blasts up again, as you see the purple and the black energy form in his hands once more. And then it would be the tribes guys go, as they would start spreading out. One would run over here, one over here, one over here, one there, one there. He would have seen you go there, so he'd run over here. As they
Would
all
the
start
other-
spreading out.
The other guards on the boats, would they have been down by now?
They would stay to defend the
Okay.
the chieftain's wife, as only a handmaiden is currently with her, so they would stay to defend. So yeah, so at that, it is the land shark's turn. And I need to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 12. 1d12. Okay, 1, 2, 3. As quite fitting, really, because someone shouted out to them, and it happens to be that person. It would be right
I get a
there.
danger sense as it surfaces.
Yes. However, the creature comes out of the ground towards you, and before you get to make your attack, it will make a chomp. Yeah, it was unseen, and it does have advantage because it was technically not visible to you. You didn't know the location of it, so it will be a bite attack at advantage.
I have
13
16.
as it comes out of the ground and it goes to bite you, and your danger sense kicks in as you leap to the side, and as you do, your pan, you hit it down towards it. I'll let you make the attack first.
Yeah. I
you
guess.
swing
Do I
the
move
pan?
myself away or what happens?
Yeah, I'll just say you're there.
Okay. And
Baron,
I
you're there
jump
now.
off, and then as I come down, I
Yeah, go
hit
for it.
it
Swing.
with hard. That's the attack.
That hits.
And
And as you swing and hit with the pan, you hear this crack as the carapace cracks inwards, and the land shark lifts off the ground for like 2 seconds, goes over the top of True, and just plummets here, dead. As you just golf swing the bullet after dodging it, and just smack it into the air with all this might and strength, and it lifts into the air, and then thud as it cracks and dies on the surface. And everything goes a little calm.
meat is back on the menu.
What?
A pan?
Yeah.
You
It's nice and fried now. Let's eat.
talk. You know when you said earlier you don't know where the fish keep coming from? Is this where they keep coming from?
Well, there's things in the traps. Sometimes. Maybe. I mean, it has to eat something. Maybe it's other fish. Or baby sharks. I wouldn't know, but it's food.
Right.
Are we taking this?
No, we don't have
I will
the
go
room
over
for
and
it.
try and
Come
like.
on, Baron.
We
I haven't
can't-
had fish in
Belly.
so long. I need
okay,
it.
but can we take this thing safely attached to the thing?
No, not the whole. Just cut it a part out.
You can cut a part out, sure, but we're not dragging the freaking sand shark.
You're not taking the
we're
sand shark.
harvesting.
I will, as they are going crazy about this land shark, I am quickly in a hurry making my way back to the big sand surf, because I gotta make sure the chief's wife is all good and the handmaiden's also all right.
Yeah, and as you start heading up there, and a few of the guards go with you,
Yeah.
and they run up with you just to make sure that everything's okay. I will say 3 of the guards stay with True and Patuk, as well as Jangles, and you do notice Loki is currently clinging onto the side of it, like gnawing at some of the flesh and like ripping it off and just like chewing into this thing. But yeah, you all start doing that. Roll me a survival check to cut some away at this, and I'll say with advantage as you are a chef.
Yeah, it's a 15.
Yeah, 15. Perfect. You managed to get some good cuts on this. Unfortunately, you do struggle to get a good amount, but you definitely get enough for this travel. But you don't get enough for any to take back. But you know that if you did cook some up, you could probably feed a few people while you were out here with it. And yes, it's a good prime cut. You went to go for one section, but you realized that there was this necrotic, like, pulsing going over it. And then you were like, no, I won't go for that. You went to another section, and you can see, like, a needle point and, like, this green, like, ichor coming out of it. And yeah, then you go to another part, and then you realize that bit's a bit fresh, so you cut the fresh bit out. But yeah, you're all good. And
Wait, as
you...
I do that,
Yeah?
do I gain a bit of more knowledge about it since earlier I only knew it's tasty?
Yeah, so I would say you know that these are indigenous to Fortis. They are gigantic land sharks, which quite often are troubles for most people. They often start out very small, and they are probably the size of a regular shark at a very infant age. But this particular one was definitely towards the later adult life, and this is probably about as big as they get. But you do, yeah, you see that it is very acidic from within, like its organs and stuff, and like its stomach acid. And these things are not to be trifled with. However, somehow you guys survived pretty much unscathed, bar one guy being completely swallowed.
Speaking of, I'm gonna try pry its mouth open.
I would say its mouth's already open from the impact. It's just kind of like yeah, mouth open.
Okay. I'm gonna try and look into it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have Loki help me because he can see in the dark very well.
Sure, you send Loki in.
No. Well, maybe he can stand on a tooth or something, but
Yeah, you look inside, and there is just a dark void.
no parts of guard.
I would say there is probably a teared piece of cloth to one of the jagged teeth from within, but other than that, there is no remnants of any person. From the angle it got the guard, you're not even sure it chewed on him. It looked like he just swallowed him whole, and he would have done the same to Putuk if Putuk had not have dodged it.
Right.
You get the
Well-
feeling that whatever this creature doesn't necessarily chomp on smaller things. You get the feeling that this creature swallows them and then they burn alive within its stomach.
So
That's
does
the
it
feeling
have
you
teeth?
get. It does, but it's kind of like a beak, and then there are these jagged teeth towards the sides, which you assume for when land sharks get into each other's territories, they probably have to go against one another, and that's to deter them from being in those areas. So bigger prey, they definitely use the teeth, but
Mhm.
smaller prey, they just swallow them whole because they don't need to chew on smaller things.
I would like to try and pull a teeth out and take it with.
Okay, how would you like to pull the tooth out?
I'm hold on to it with two hands
Mhm.
and then put my back paws against it. So I'm like,
Okay.
and
Yep.
I'm gonna have Loki help me as well.
Okay,
And if
yep.
I'm really struggling, I'm gonna ask for the frying pan to help.
Okay, roll me an athletics check, please.
Yes.
And as you
19.
pull and pull and pull, the tooth does not budge.
Two pock. Toe poke.
Who talk? It
Putuk.
is. So
Some
I
help,
guess
please.
yeah, I guess I look over and see her struggling, pulling
Mhm.
on the tooth, on the huge tooth, I imagine.
Yeah, it's big.
And I kind of go over and pat on the huge creature. Well, big beastie, your time has come. And I go over and try help hit the tooth out of his mouth, I guess.
Sure, roll me an athletics check.
Oh god.
And as you slam onto the tooth, it does break it, but it chips it. So you get half of a jagged tooth now, as it's kind of broke in the middle.
Do I get the other half?
The other half's wedged in.
Too bad. I would like a trophy. Does it have scales or something?
It has like a carapace on it, yeah.
Would there be like
There are
something
splinters
that
of
you
it.
can break off or something?
Yeah, you could break like little pieces off. Bigger
Yeah.
bits would be harder, but yeah, you could just rip a bit of the carapace off.
I would like a trophy of of this.
Sure. And as you take
Worthy
that with your
opponent.
meats and your chipped tooth, you all start heading back towards the sand surfers. And as you do, you realize there's a slight problem. There's now a few too many of you. There are there's one additional guard and one sand surfer. And really, with Jangles in there as well, the bigger one is looking a little jam-packed.
Okay. I didn't want to have to do this. But I can take you guys. It just requires 10 minutes and you guys not messing around on the sand sails when we're traveling. And I'm gonna start casting what is it called? My floating disc.
Yeah.
My
Okay,
floating
and
disc.
as you pull a stone from the ground with your magics, and you start to see it float up into the air, it like flattens out like a pancake and begins to spin and rotate, and eventually it becomes like this disc which is floating just above the ground. After 10 minutes, of course. You all begin getting back in your sand sails, and as you do, who is riding? Are you getting the other two to ride on there, or are you going to ask Jangles and someone? What's the plan?
I'm gonna have Jangles on there.
With
Does anybody want to ride my disc?
I want to
or...
ride.
Right.
That looks fancy.
Just know, Putok, that if this thing gets too far away from me, it disappears. You fall off.
It's an adventure.
Sure is.
Can I rest? Do we get short rest while we travel or something?
You have the vial. And
definitely,
I just hand one to him.
definitely not. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely not.
You can take this with you. Go sit on the flying disc. We have to move. We're on a time hack here.
And as you all fly off, and this disc, it stays within 20 feet of you. Is that right?
As soon as I move, it stays still as long as I'm within 20 feet.
Yeah.
And I think when it goes further than 30 feet, it disappears.
It follows.
No, so between when it goes out of 30 feet, it disappears. So at 20 feet, it starts moving. But if for some reason it would stop, but I would keep going, it would disappear.
So if something blocks its movement,
I believe
it stops. Because it does say here, if you move more than 100 feet from the disc, it ends.
Well, what's the 30 feet for then?
I don't know, but
It doesn't matter.
we're-
Okay,
we're
100 feet
going.
then.
We
100
will say
feet.
for this, you start going with the disc floating behind as Patok and Jangles are clinging on for dear life as this disc is floating, following the sand sail. And that is where we'll cut to a quick break. We'll take 5, 6, 7 minutes, and then we'll be back for the last hour to see what happens when they finally get to the Scarlet Sands. So, yeah, guys, we'll be back in like 5, 6 minutes. Take care, much love. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. Yeah, our party left off as they just recently dealt with a land shark. And as they dealt with the land shark, the party got some rewards. They got some trinkets, they got some food, and yeah, we are now heading off into the Scarlet Sands. And as you all go hurtling along the sands, you do start to see a difference in color. Oh my god, in color variation around. And a gust of wind hits Butak. And yeah, you see a difference in color of the sand as it goes from the lovely brown golden sands to a slightly darker brown, to a red, to a dark crimson. And as you start to glide on in, you see, really far in the distance, a singular looking structure. It looks to be like a stone or clay hut of some sorts. And it's out there in the middle of the desert, completely alone and completely away from civilization. And as you go towards it, can I have a skill check, please, for the sand sail? Dexterity once again. 17,
17.
perfect. As true, you manage to navigate the wilds as you do, with this disc floating behind you, as Patok is holding on with Jangles, as they are holding on to the edges of this disc, and all the wind is hitting them. And you're hurtling along behind, and you start to get closer and closer, and you take a slightly wider angle just to see what is ahead. And as you get closer, you see this stone hut has no lights on the interior. And you see nothing else around it. What do you guys do?
Do we even know if that's the woman we're seeking's hut, or any ideas? Anyone ever been on? I doubt it. I will look towards behind us. Is probably the floating disc where wherever his name is. Hey, bone person. Do you
It's,
know
Jangles? You can't really forget
Jangles,
it.
Jenga, whatever?
Yes, friend.
Yes. Do you know where the Scarlet Sands, the lady lives? Is this her hut right here?
I wouldn't have the foggiest,
Great.
friend.
Here, can we pull to a stop? I'll go check.
Was it Baron?
Yes, it's Baron.
Well, I would like to say that I feel it in my bones that this could be the right place.
Shut up.
Ha!
And
Okay.
I'll go check it out, and you just wait here with the lady, just in case we need to get out of here quick.
Do
Do
I
you want Loki with you?
Huh? No, not Loki, please. Not.
Yes,
No,
I'll go.
No,
True,
no, stay
true,
here. Stay
true.
here.
I'll go.
No, don't
No, you're
trust
right.
him.
You're right. Right? I'll stay.
Yes.
And he winks at True.
If I see you out there,
just
I
nod to
will
the air.
personally slash you with my axe.
Very well. If you see me. And as he says that, he goes completely invisible.
I will get ready to hop off and go check out the hut.
We'll
Yeah.
pull to a stop.
Yeah, and as you slowly pull to a stop,
Um,
as to not disturb her, the disc slowly floats behind and comes to a stop as well. As
Can I like get a general feel of the surrounding area? Like I don't know, the Wanderer thing, apparently it says something about you get a general feel of the layout of terrain around you.
As you're stood here, listening, perceiving the things around you, this entire desert seems lifeless. Before, you would see the occasional lizard. You would see birds in the sky. You would hear a cricket or two. Out here, it is just silence. An eerie, cold silence. And even though it is 2-3 p.m., the sun is out high, the ground feels cold. And as you look around for miles, there doesn't appear to be any wildlife at all.
Well, this place is dead.
It's like the life sucked out of it.
Fitting for a witch, and I'll
Kinda-
take off my axe. I'll prep it first, and I'll set it down. I don't want to seem like I'm an aggressor or whatnot. And then I'll hop down and make my way towards the door.
Kinda
Yeah.
like Mr. Bones over here. The whole dead situation and suck dry. Sorry.
Yes, it's like as cold as my skin. Ha ha! Get it? Because I don't have any.
But you feel the itch, don't you?
Yes, I need to itch my chin. You have that feeling where there's an itch, and you know there's an itch, but you
Well,
itch
at least,
and it gets itchier.
you don't get burned. Like
That's
all
not
the sun.
inherently true.
It would
My
burn.
bones could be scorched. Ha.
Do you feel pain?
Sure.
I give him a whack on the chin just to test.
His head just falls off,
it.
and then the body crumbles to the floor.
Did you
Ha!
just
Got
kill-
you, didn't I? Oh well, God, that one never gets old. As the bones just get back up, pick the head up, and put it back on. Oh, where
Wait.
the bloody hell did my hat go?
How long have you been like this?
I couldn't tell you, friend. It's been a while, though. How many suns have passed me now? Probably well over a couple of thousand suns.
Good for you, 10, 20 years?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not a timekeeper, you see. No watches on me. They don't fit my wrists. It's all bone, see?
So, what were you?
What
when
was
you
I?
Were alive.
A dashing young man, as I am now, friend. I believe I was human.
You believe?
Well,
You
such a
don't
long
remember?
time ago.
Hmm.
The old noggin ain't what it used to be. Sometimes I just feel like my head's not screwed on. And he lifts his head up.
It
and
just
puts it back on
kind of
again.
seems empty, doesn't it?
Well, it certainly does. No coffers in here. And he picks his head up, taps the top of it, and like nothing comes out. And then he puts it back on.
Probably just a bit of sand trickles out from when you
No,
swallowed
I've
some.
been on the disc, so I was okay. No sand.
Well, that's good.
It certainly is. And as this is all going on, you get towards the hut, and there isn't a door. There is just a curtain. And as you approach, you see windows, but again, curtained. And as you push past the curtain and go in,
Yeah, why not? I'll
as you
walk in.
step in, just a dark, empty room.
I don't see anything at all. Like nothing's inside the hut.
Would you like to make an investigation or perception
I
check?
will make a investigation.
At first glance, it appears to be an empty room. And as you look around and you start studying a little more closely, you can see that there is dust in this room. It's the one thing you do notice, like a sandy sort of dust that is in here. However, the entryway appears to be clear of the sandy dust, which would indicate someone has been in and out of here.
Well, that's strange. Do I see like maybe footprints on the ground? Maybe from the...
As you look more towards the ground, you can see that there is some sort of carving on the ground, as it appears to be that as this hut is rounded, there is from the door frame of the entryway, there is like a cross that goes all the way across, like grooves in the ground, and then in the dead center there is a circle where the cross meets the circle, and then that circle there's nothing on it, and again, no dust upon the circle. But it just seems like the stonework.
Great. Well, I guess she's not here. Must have walked into the wrong time. And I'll head back to the curtain. But as I leave, I'll leave it open. Like I'll try to keep it to where the curtain stays open, and maybe see if I can get some sunlight in the room. Maybe like take a glance again with the sunlight and see if I can now notice anything different.
Roll me a perception check.
Great.
No, as you pull back the curtain, a small gust of wind comes in and some of the red sand pours into the entryway. And yeah, you look in and yeah, no change. You can see a little clearer, but yeah, it's very dark in there without any sunlight.
All right, I'll walk out, and I look pretty annoyed as we just made the trek all the way here just to look. And yeah, I'll walk back to the main, the big sand sail, and just kind of take a moment to think about what the next move should be. And Yeah, I don't really say too much other than I do tell True that there's no one inside, and that there's no sign. Like, at least for the time being, there was no sign of her inside. And other than that, I'm very confused on what to do next.
Did you see Loki go in? Hasn't returned yet.
No, I did not see your little friend inside the hut. I
wonder what
don't
he's
know.
up to.
This is it's a big area for us to be just gliding around and looking for a lady. We have no idea where she's at. But every second we waste, we're potentially getting the lady awake, and when she wakes, it's gonna be nothing but yelling, and that could attract a lot of danger.
Have you?
Maybe we need to
checked-
attract her.
I don't know. What if she's not even around?
Have
For
you
all
What
I
did you
checked?
see inside?
For all I know,
Sorry.
What?
Have you
Go on.
checked
Oh.
outside the hut for
We're
any
outside the hut.
marks or tracks?
Obviously, she was inside the hut. There's signs of life that was inside the hut, but obviously she's not around at the moment. She might have left to do something. For all I know, this is the myth. This lady should be some normal person, and for all I know,
What if she resides under the hut?
under the hut,
Under the hut. A magical door.
a magical door. Well, if someone could detect magic, maybe they can see the magical door.
Right, and also Loki can see through magical darkness. If maybe
Well, I
you
do
said
have
the
dark.
room was dark.
I have dark vision, by the way.
I know.
Yes, but magical darkness
Okay.
is different.
Okay.
Well, I guess. And I jump off to this. We'll have to all have a look. What we can find.
And you
Okay.
head on in.
I'm gonna go looking
Um,
for my imp.
Okay,
He's not
you head
there.
on in as well. Jangle, seeing you all going, was like, well, might as well tag along.
I
Stick
stop
some
him.
stones, may break. Oh, well, never mind.
You're not
Yes,
going
Fred.
anywhere.
He can Eldritch Blast. It's pretty helpful.
No.
Baron. Eldritch Blast. It's pretty
Great. And
helpful.
inside a small hut, that's not going to be any sort of useful. He can stay outside.
I don't know why I have a feeling that we're not gonna be in the hut for very long.
Okay, well, then I'd rather have him out here to help with Eldritch Blast if something were to come.
Well,
Baron,
Eldritch-
you are
I'll just go.
completely right. I agree with you. I think I should stay outside. I should watch over your fair. What was
No,
she?
you're not even watching over here. You're just going to stay next to
why?
me. You're
You're
going to
not fair. I will protect her.
You'll stay next to me at all times, and you're not going to go anywhere near the chieftain's wife.
so now we're bringing him.
He's not
So
going
I am
inside.
with you?
He's staying outside with me.
Oh, you're not
So
going.
you're not entering.
I'm not entering either. You're staying next to me.
Oh,
Best friends.
the pair of us are like a
In
bag
fun.
of bones, Baron.
Let's go in.
And yeah, the pair of you walk in. What do you do?
I am recalling Loki.
Okay, yeah. You recall Loki,
Yeah.
and then bamf him back out.
Well, I don't know where he went. He went invisible, so
Are you recalling him as in like bringing him back to you?
well, no.
Or
At
cooling.
first, I would be calling out
Oh,
loud.
got it. Okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah. So as you enter and you shout Loki, you just hear, yeah,
Are you in here?
yeah.
Did you see anything?
What? Yeah. Baron walked in. He walked about it, and then he left.
Right. What do you see when you look into the hut?
An empty room.
Do you know of any gates? Magical doors? Traps like this?
Sure.
You're the prankster yourself, right? You should know these things.
Yes. Truth be told, I have no idea.
Great. Head back to Melita. Check if
Uh,
she's okay, and come back.
uh,
It's fine. It's a flight out. It's a flight back.
Hey,
You'll be
hey,
fine.
if she starts screaming, I'm out.
Yeah, then you come back. It's fine. You let us
I'm
know
gonna
when she
speak
starts
with
screaming.
Xerox, and I'm gonna say, nope, deal's off. Just kill me now. I can't be dealing with that woman screaming anymore.
If you could have gone back to Xerox and said deals off, you would have been gone 12 years ago.
No, I don't want to go because of you. I want to go because of her incessant screaming.
Sure. I feel like 12 years ago you didn't think like that. You didn't really enjoy hanging out, did you now?
Oh, yeah. You were a pain.
I was a pain. I think
Yeah.
you got a little bit better.
I got better?
You got, yeah. Or maybe
You-
I got
you
better at
just-
tolerating you.
You just became more tolerable. I'm going to her. He like flies out of the window and you see like a flutter of the thing. And you just, oh, god damn it. As he like flies off out of the hut. And yeah, the pair of you are now
Fucking
inside the
imp.
hut.
So, is there anything you want to do to try and find this lady? I can't see nothing.
Can I gust the dust away from the floor?
Sure. Yeah. Also, if you want to make investigation or perception checks, by all means, you can make them.
I'll do that after I do the
Sure.
gust.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I will light a torch.
Mhm.
Because it's dark in the hut, you said.
It is, yeah, certainly is. Okay, so as you start to
10.
gust away the dust and a light comes on, yeah, a 10 for you and Putok, a 14. Okay, and as the two of you are stood in there, you can see that whoever built this hut built it from carved stone. There seems to be like the way that the floor of the hut is that there are two grooves in the stone that stop at a big circle in the center, and they seem to protrude almost from like the corners of the room, but there aren't any. But the way that the structure is like the door frames and the window frames, and you can just see that there is this big circular sphere in the center of the carved stone. But within there are literally just tattered not blankets, curtains basically that like block sunlight from within. But as you light up the torch, yeah, you can now see that and the dust being removed, that there is some like marks of like someone's feet perhaps. And you do now notice with the dust and the light on, there are a couple of speckles of blood in this room as well. But yeah, you do notice all of that with a 14 and a 10.
Is it possible, like you said, there's marks on the floor? Is it
Yep.
possible to kind of, I don't know, recollect how recent they might be or what might have happened?
Yeah,
where
you
someone
probably
moved?
assume it was during the construction of the building.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the grooves go to a circle in the center, and there's like a grooved circle, and then there is like a circular piece of stone in the center, and then there is like the floor around it.
I'm gonna get on my knees and put my ear on the
Mhm.
floor in the circle.
Yep.
And knock and see what it sounds like.
Yeah, okay. Roll me a perception check with advantage.
15.
Yeah, and as you listen, you do sense that it is not solid stone. There's something beyond it. It's
Okay.
like hollow, the other side.
And I peek my head out and I'm like, Baron, Putok, I think there's something underneath this hut. It's hollow underneath.
Okay, well, let's open it up.
I don't know. Do you just enter someone's house like that? I did knock. They didn't open.
Well, we are on we have a lady that will cause problems if we don't get her help. I would say it's an emergency, and emergencies reckons that we can get into the places we need to be into.
How many guards do we take?
How many windows are there? Just
There are 4 windows.
I'd say guard-wise, we can maybe take 2. I wouldn't want to take too many in case something bigger happens outside, but we can take 2 guards. We can make sure the Jangles will stick with us, I guess. We can take them with us.
Sorry,
They
3
come in
windows.
with you? What you said on the window?
3 windows, not 4.
Is there a particular not shape, like
Yeah, so
positioning to it?
where the lines go and meet the circle, and then the lines go, like it's segmented into 4 sections. Each section has a window, and then one section is the door.
Okay.
Circular hut.
Here's what we'll do. Here's the plan. So, the 3 of us, Jangles, 2 guards, will go into the underneath, right? We'll the handmaid, 2 guards, and the lady on the stretcher will wait inside the hut and for us to clear it. And if it's clear, we'll bring her in. And if we find the lady, if not, we'll come back out and we'll plan our next idea.
And we have 2 spare guards then?
Well, they can stay with the sand surfers and make sure nothing happens to those. Because if we need to get out of here for any reason quick, I'd rather have at least people ready to get us out of here quick.
Maybe 2 at the door?
Yeah, 2 are gonna be with the lady inside the hut with the handmaid. So 2
Oh, they're
going.
staying inside the hut.
Yeah, so 2 is gonna go in with us, right? With us 3 and Jangles. So that'll be a total of 6 of us will go into the underneath, right? 2, the handmaid and the chieftain's wife will be inside the hut. Since it's a protected little building, they can huddle down in here. The 2 guards can stay near the door and just make sure, so they can be the in-between between us and the people on the sand surfers. And then the rest of the guards will be on the sand surfers, ready to go for any means if we need to make a quick exit.
Sure.
As
Okay.
he says that, I just want to go over and open the curtains on all the windows.
Yeah, sure.
let
And
in
yeah, a
light.
little bit of light spills in.
But I will then relay this to the guards so they can start preparing, and
Yeah,
I will gladly tell Jangles. Well, it look like you've agreed to be our navigator into the dark deep of this hut.
I agreed to do what?
You're gonna be our nav. You're gonna go first, right? You're gonna lead.
I didn't think you wanted me in there.
Oh, you can go in now, leading
Wait a minute.
us.
You said, do not be near the chieftain's wife.
We're not gonna be with the chieftain's
Instead,
wife.
Do not enter the hut.
But now you're entering
Now
the
I'm
hut.
entering the hut where the chieftain's wife is?
Well, you're not gonna be with her. You're gonna be underneath the ground with us. She's gonna be up on the.
Underneath the ground? Well, let me bring my coffin.
No, wait, maybe. Is the coffin useful? Is there something in there that might help you in there?
Well, where else will I have a comfortable time beneath the ground?
Just listen. Just grab your coffin, take it with you down there. We'll go down there. You're gonna stick in the front with me next to you. We're gonna just walk through.
Very well. By all means,
Great.
if that is what you wish.
Yeah, and I'll.
And he walks on over. He pulls the coffin out of it. He straps his belts round him again, does them up. Ha ha! I'm missing a tapestry. And he starts walking on in.
So you said there is like a stone circular thing in the middle of the room, like a table?
It is the floor. It is the floor. But it is a
Oh, it's just
stone circle, and then there is the floor all the way around it. But the way that it is carved is that it's like the outer rim of the hut is carved into 4 individual sections, and then there is a circle in the middle, and they've all been pushed together and like cemented together. That's how the floor looks.
Oh,
You get it?
Now I kind of get it now. I'm sorry, I was just having.
No,
a bit
no,
of
it's fine. I'll draw it. Wait there. Let me draw stuff.
Yeah.
So how do we get in?
Well, do we?
You want to smash it? Because
I mean,
that might give
I
way
could
to the
smash
whole
my hammer
ground.
or my axe against it. See if maybe it's wood.
Do we want to break our way in, or do we want to find a
Well,
normal way in?
Is there?
perhaps?
Well, you can find a normal way in. The axe can be last minute. Try.
We tried knocking, and there was no answer. So I don't think knocking is the way in.
Well, good.
Well,
Um,
there must be some kind of way in.
if she gets in, she must have a way in, right?
Might be a magic door.
like
Maybe
that.
it's a.
I'm gonna chuck that vial and restore my my fireball magic.
Okay.
And I'm immediately gonna use it for detecting magic.
Okay, and as you do detect magic, you notice that the circular sphere of stone in the center is magical.
We deduced that. Great. I'm gonna try and see if there's a way to open it. Like I'm gonna try to maybe find something I can pull up on, or maybe see if I can push
So you
down
step
on.
on it?
Sure. Why not? I will
Okay, you
step
step
down.
on it, nothing happens.
Nothing. Okay. Is there like a handle? Is there like something there
Nope.
that? No. Must be a magical door. Can anyone force open a magical door?
True.
With
You
strength.
have magical abilities, don't you?
Do not to open doors.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying
I'm-
true.
True.
does.
My name.
Yes.
I don't have a I don't really have any magic for opening doors. I didn't think the door would be our worst enemy here today, but here we are. I mean, I could Eldritch Blast it.
I got this. I got an idea. I will
Okay.
get a firebolt in my hand. Take a few steps back, everybody, and I will.
Wait a minute. We're all in the hut.
That's what I'm telling you.
Are we now leaving? Okay, should we take the woman back out to the hut?
Yes.
Because she's just come
Yes,
in. Now
yes.
she's out again?
Yes. Just so I can.
This-
I'm gonna see if I can force open the door.
Are we waiting outside the hut, or am I...
Yes,
my gosh.
we're waiting
Yes.
outside the
Jingles,
hut.
Very
Yes.
well.
Everyone else is waiting
I
outside.
just thought I'd clarify exactly what the protocol here was,
Gosh.
because I got told
Jangles,
to come
wait,
in.
question.
Now I'm back out.
Question. Do you
now
know?
I'm back in.
Do you know how to open
Am
a
I
door?
out?
Do you know how to open a magical door?
Well, I would assume that most magical doors will have a trigger
Right.
Yes.
Do you know the trigger?
to a door I've never been to before.
I fucking-
Can
you know what?
we
Have you
search-
asked it nicely to open?
Door, can you please open?
Ah, that clearly didn't work, did it?
No, it
Well,
didn't.
maybe there's a trigger for
Can,
it.
Like
can we try in a different
What does the woman do? Who is the
he
woman?
heals people.
Right.
You want us to
Well,
lay the
the-
lady onto the hole? Or the door?
What? No.
Now that I think
No.
about it, it's probably a silly idea.
Right. Do you want us to lay the obviously gonna be screaming in pain lady on the platform and see if magically it will lower her down into the dark abyss?
You think that might happen?
No, I hope
idea.
not. That'd be a really terrible way to lose a chieftain's
Baron.
wife.
Baron.
True.
Baron.
You
Blood?
were touching the shark
Blood.
with.
Blood.
Blood.
I'll
Blood is a sign of life.
I'll take out my axe. Fuck it. And I'll just kind of slightly cut my hand and just like let blood drop.
As blood hits the circular sphere, the cracks in the ground light up with a crimson color, as does the ceiling, the circular rim of the ceiling to the roof. There's a red glow, and as it does, you hear stone shift as the circle drops about an inch.
That's it.
Great.
More blood?
I hold out my hand.
No. Let's not
Cut
add
me.
more blood. No. Let's not add more blood. Let's try to understand what's going on here first, before we just make any crazy more ideas of adding more blood to this.
Baron, I think you should jump on it. And if it's a tunnel to your death, well, I'm sure the rest
Then
of us
you
can
should
do
jump on
that.
it. Be our guest.
You asking me to jump into my grave?
Yes. Use the.
I'm not waiting
I
to
go
do
and
that.
I try to push him onto the platform.
He's got an 8 strength. He isn't winning that.
Okay, I just kind of
As
one
you
hand
push-
just shove him forward.
As you push the skeleton man onto it, and he stumbles on, he's like, well, hold on a minute. And it just starts to... And he goes down. You just see him lower, and he's like, well, shit. You just see, like, the floor's, like, down here, and it's slowly going there, so he's like, am I meant to just stand here, or oh, you can't see me anymore? I'm disappearing. As you just hear stone moving.
Okay, well, there's our.
Well, I guess we're all going down.
A
Yeah.
few seconds pass, and then you hear a. I'm alive.
How can I see like how far down it is? Is it?
You look down, it's just darkness.
We can't see him at all. We don't see.
You have dark vision, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can see he's about 50 foot down.
Holy! Can you
Ah.
step off the platform?
Yes?
Yeah,
Please do.
Go ahead, please.
I don't want to.
We're gonna come down
Well,
after
we
you.
come to
Don't
join you in
worry.
a second.
Can you see down there?
I don't believe you.
I don't.
Listen,
I promise you.
There's
I
a
will-
woman down
Let me
here
have-
staring at me.
Watch, I'll-
She looks very strange.
I will drop
There's
my
someone
axe to
looking?
you if for any
Oh,
reason I
she's
don't come
there.
down. Now you have my crazy
She's
cool
waving
axe.
me over. I don't know.
She wants to have a
Excuse
chat.
me.
Just
Just
move
go
off the
chat.
platform.
Hello there, lady. Is there any chance I could go back up?
I will pull out my crossbow. Move off the platform.
I would rather not. This room
Baron.
is very suspicious.
Baron, I don't think he fears death. Or at least not physically.
How much this is
just
my
hear-
firebolt?
You just
Wait a-
hear from below a murmured voice, but you don't hear what is being said. And then you hear, I'm sure you could make my skin come back. I don't really, you kind of creep me out. Not going to lie. And I'm the skeleton. That's all I'm saying, okay? No harm done.
Can-
I could just return to the surface. I know it's
No,
fitting that I'm
no.
a skeleton and I'm underground, but if I, and then he jumps, hoping it goes back up, nothing happens, and he
Can
goes,
you
well,
can you
shit."
ask her to come up here? Tell her about the lady, the lady.
Baron, I'm currently in conversation. Give me
I
a
will.
moment.
I have a firebolt in my hand. I will literally set you on fire.
Wait there, my friend just told me he's going to set me on fire. He's not really my friend. I don't know why I called him that. But anyway,
I know.
1 second. Baron!
Jangle.
Hello! What's up?
Jangle.
Yes?
Nothing to lose your head over.
I agree. If at least one thing, you can keep hold of this. As his head just comes out of the hole and hits the side.
I'm
I pick
sending
it up.
Loki down through the
Hello.
hole.
It's quite scary. She looks pissed.
Tell her about the pregnant hurting lady so we can
He's
help
up
her
here
out.
now. Like
Oh!
Hamlet.
And I
you know?
kick the head back down.
Dude, I picked it up.
Again,
Can I send Loki
Loki
after?
goes down. Yeah, and
He's still
Loki
invisible.
He goes invisible. He goes down, and he's hiding somewhere down there. For now. And yeah, his head then hit. You hear the head bounce. And he's like, right, I just need to pick myself up. And as he steps off the platform to get his head, the platform starts to rise
done.
back up to the top. And yeah, you can no longer hear them.
True.
Let's
Apart from
all
Loki, who's through-
go.
Yeah, you
Can I
too.
see through Loki's eyes?
I think you can. Yeah, you can. You can. Yeah. So you
What do
look
I
through his
see?
eyes?
Mhm.
Yeah, as you look through, you see a dark furred tabaxi stood behind a desk with paperwork and glass jars full of strange liquids. You see all around her there are vials of blood and various different things, and you can see that she is wearing a golden circlet, black long dress with golden chains and bracelets, very fancy looking, and she has golden face paint like on her fur, which goes like across the eyes, flicks up, and it flicks again here, and you can see these like golden eyes on her. And one thing you do notice that stands out a little more than the rest is this golden brooch on her outfit. And as she stands there, she's currently conversing with Jangles. And you can hear her say, I am able to bring many a thing for you. It is strange to see a skeleton being able to speak such as we are, do you not long for your organs, your skin, your heart? And Jangles just goes, "You are probably by far the creepiest person I've met in about the last 6 weeks." I have that effect on people. Now, would you like something from me? Well, not me personally. These people above, they have a lady who is pregnant. I think so. Or she's rather large. I think she's pregnant. And I don't really know, but I think she's not very well. There appears to be some blood in their boat. Either that or they're not very hygienic. I'm not sure. But I have the feeling that you require... Nope, they require your aid. That's why we're here. So, you'd probably be better off speaking to them. As for my skin and organs, would it be my skin and organs, or would it be somebody else's skin and organs? Because that's two very different things, and I'd quite like to establish some ground rules. And as this is happening, that's when the tablet comes back up to all of you. And, yeah, you're all stood up there.
So,
I will try to
what?
get the lady on there, I guess, and go down the hole.
Yeah, it's big enough for 4 people to stand on.
Okay.
So yeah, 4 of you could definitely stand on it. You 3 and her, but someone would probably have to carry her.
Okay.
Oh, we'll
Yep.
carry her.
Yep, that's great. Good job. You all want to go down? True? You as well?
Yep.
Okay.
We taking guards down?
No, they can stay up
For the
here.
second.
She doesn't look like she's very, she doesn't cause us too much problems. And, yeah.
Well,
She's
nothing
at the
they can
backseat.
handle,
Don't
I think.
underestimate them.
It's fine. And I'll,
And as you
yeah.
step on and it starts to lower ever so slowly, you then start to rehear the conversation, and he's like, "So, would the heart be pumping like a normal heart, or would it be under some sort of control? Like, would it regrow as my original heart that you have conjured, or would it be like a new, fresh heart? Because I'd prefer a fresher heart." "Oh, hello! Well, it's good for you to join us. I was not stalling at all by just talking endlessly until somebody else arrived. I can stop now." And as it sets into the ground and you all step off. "Ah, this be the one that needs my aid?"
Hello, ma'am?
"You may call me, yes, Takatha.
Takatha.
Or you could call me the Scarlet Scarab.
You can be called
It's entirely
Takatha.
up to you."
Yeah. My name's Baron, from the tribe of the Windrunners. The Windrunners tribe? You heard of us? Perhaps, maybe?
I have, in the past, encountered some of your kin.
Right.
Yes.
Great. My name's Baron Voren, from the Wind Runners tribe, and I've brought our chieftain's wife here today. You see she's pregnant, but you see that she's bleeding, and there's a lot of complications going on at the moment, and she requests that you will help her out.
I sense a withering heart from within.
Withering heart. Great.
An irregular heartbeat of that of a child.
That's the child.
Something appears to be the problem. And you need my aid to make sure the child is well.
Yes, indeed.
As well as the Katha. As well as
The mother.
As well as Melita.
Yes, Melita as well.
Very well.
What
Well,
is
as-
it you could do?
Well, I
Exactly.
could help the child to grow a healthier heart. I could help for Molita to stop her suffering. But, in return, I ask for another.
For another what?
If one life is saved, another must be taken.
So, do you have a particular life in mind?
How about
No.
mine? Mine
You wish
for
to sacrifice your life,
yes,
but for which one?
Tony.
the
Wait,
child.
Baron, what are you talking about?
The child. We saved the child's life.
Wait, what sacrificing? Is this how your magic works? Or is this what you want?
I need blood from a living specimen.
How
In
much?
all-
Up until death?
blood?
Depends on how accurate you wish for the magic to be. Siphoning life from one to another for the point of death is guaranteed success.
So which one is in the most harm at the moment, the child or the mother? If we save the mother, does the child live as well, or is it? Are we trying to do a trade a swap for one?
You now wish for information as well.
Well, I mean, might as well know what I'm getting myself into.
Blood magic is an interesting thing. I have the ability to siphon one from another and give to somebody else. It must be someone willing.
Does their soul leave this earth of the
I
dead?
do not dabble in souls, dear, for I am not the one accompanied by a fiend.
At the end of the day,
Smile.
and to this, you just hear like a piece of like pottery in this room just shift ever so slightly, as clearly Loki's like just gone shit as he's like pushed something in panic.
at the end of the
What-
day, Takatha, the question is, are we able to save both, or is one of them gonna die either way?
I could save both if you have two willing to give lives.
That's not the question. Is which? If we save the mother, does the child live also, or are they both in danger?
That's a risk you'd have to take.
I think she said that both lives are in danger,
We don't know.
and you don't need.
The
you
child's
need a
heart.
sacrifice for each.
The child's heart is withering. The child will die without an intervention. The mother has lost an awful amount of blood. You tell me, what do you think?
Can I make a roll on that?
Sure, roll me a medicine check. You get the feeling the mother's lost a lot of blood. She's been traveling for 2 hours and was losing blood before the travel. Yeah, she's probably not doing too good. She's also been asleep for like nearly 2 hours. She's currently stirring, but she looks very drained of energy and very weak.
Do we?
If the baby does have a withering heart, like she says, then yeah, it's very likely that the child will not survive.
Do we know? Yeah, this is so confusing. Do we know where the cause of blood is coming from? From the mother? Do you have any idea?
Internally.
Internally, is that
I would
due to the
state-
baby, or is that due to?
Look, I
I'm
haven't
not a-
looked at this woman,
Right.
but I can sense when a heart is passing. Now, you must make a choice. I save one, and you hope for the other to survive. Or, I save both, but I'll need two of them. Willing people that I siphon the blood from. I do not ask for much when you have come to me.
Right. Give me one moment. Tails or true tails.
Yeah.
Can you guarantee that you can get both of them back to the tribe?
I can guarantee you that I can offer a life.
No. Can you get them both back to the tribe safely?
I can guarantee you I can give a life. I'm a cat after all. I have multiple.
Just here from the slight distance. I'm not so sure it works that way, but I'll keep my mouth
Shush.
shut.
Listen, Baron, and I like hush into him, so it's like a whisper. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I might be able to get back to life if I die. It's a risk, and I don't know how this blood magic works. But all I do in the tribe is teach all of you how to sail around using gusts. Do you really need me?
Without you though, we can't guarantee their safety back to the tribe. We can't, at least I can't pilot that thing. And these guards, they're only rookies. You're the only person who can safely navigate through the sands. There's no. You are needed. You are absolutely important to this. Without you, we would not have made it this far. Without you, we wouldn't have had Jangles saved.
If you're traveling back with healthy people, if the travel takes a bit longer, it's fine.
We won't be able. Look. If we get attacked by anything, I can't ensure that these sands. We can navigate the sand surface back safely. You're the only person who can drive.
I can give a life, I think, without it having to cost mine.
So we
Right.
have a lot of, lives present.
Oh. What
We
are
all give
Listen,
some
listen.
My word, that was dark.
We have to say both. I'm not allowing the chieftain, the leader of this tribe to come home, and I have failed my duty to protect his family.
The most important is the child, as he's the next of the heirloom, right? He's the next in line. However, could the maiden upstairs maybe do the healing?
On the wife, she's been trying. There's been no success. We're picking at straws.
Well, the pregnancy being difficult is what's making her suffer. If
Right.
the pregnancy is, let's say,
But she's lost a lot of blood.
restored, she might be able to recover.
She's lost
What
a lot
if-
of blood.
Rest.
What if somebody gave half their life to the mother?
That's what I meant. We have a lot of lives around. There's us.
We
and
can't
the
just
tribes
sacrifice everybody.
We can all give blood.
No, but
Not
if we
to the
could,
degree of death.
if one of us could sacrifice just enough without dying to the mother to stabilize her, and I don't know, I try and see what I can do for the child, and maybe we can all walk out of here relatively unscathed.
Don't know if that's how that works. We're playing with some dark stuff here. I mean, this is a price. There's always a price, right?
Of course there
It's-
is,
there's a
but
price to
you're also
everything.
saying you are willing to just give your life, not knowing whether it's gonna happen or not.
When I took my job, there's always been that lingering idea of, I mean, that's just part of it, right? I mean, I didn't just decide to become this helpful person to the chieftain without knowing the risks. I mean,
You have a wife back home, Baron, to look after. Do you want
don't know
me
what
or
else is to
Putok to
come.
come home and tell her, I'm sorry, but Baron gave his life away?
she knew what I was getting myself into, and I even agreed to take her here. We crossed the Scarlet Sands, for crying out loud. If the most thing I can do.
And then you live, and you survive the Scarlet Sands, and you choose to give your life here?
That's part of it. That's the trick, isn't it? That's the risk that we all take, right? I mean, this whole thing has been about risks. Saving Skeleton Boy here. I mean, going on this to begin with, we've all taken risks. You guys have risked your life to even get us here. Well, you guys never had to agree on this. Why am I gonna let you guys put your lives down for something you guys were you
We're
guys
all
didn't...
part of the tribe.
Right, but
Don't
this isn't
think
your
I would
we
be
don't
alive
value
if it wasn't
the
for the
life of the
tribe.
chieftain.
Just true. To talk. Just promise me we can get them home safely. That's all I ask. That's all it is. It's all
We'll all
the thing.
get home safely.
They need willing souls. Willing.
I'm gonna step over to Dakatha.
Yes, child.
Would half alive help stabilize?
If
A
it were
person?
that easy, it wouldn't be such an arduous journey now, would it?
Look, I'm sure you're a strong magic user, and from one tabaxi to another, you might know what I can and can't do. Would a second life equal that of one that is diminishing?
If you are asking, would a second life help one that is diminishing?
If one has the ability to resurrect himself,
I would extract enough blood from your body that would kill you. If you have a way of surviving that, then that would be something truly magical. You intrigue me. You wish to
Don't-
test this?
I don't understand the logistics of it. Of course, I have never tried it before.
You haven't tried that.
True. If this goes wrong and you do die, you're putting everyone else at risk of not being able to get back home.
So do you when you put your life forward. Anyone that puts their life forward
no,
today
that's
is
not how this
putting us
works.
at risk.
You can get them back. You are the best surfer here.
Who's gonna stand in as the chieftain when our
You-
chieftain
You
is one is
guys,
dead and the other is
there's
at
other
war?
guards. I'm not. I
The
am one of
guards,
many.
The rookies. The rookies.
I am one of
You
many.
guys
There's
were
no
windrunners
myth.
before I arrived at the tribe.
I never
have
passed the
things
surfers.
to do and places to be.
I will do it.
If you wish to bicker amongst yourselves, do it outside and return when you have an answer.
I will
Otherwise,
do it.
make a decision.
I'll do it. Save the baby, and I will lay down my own for this
Very
child.
well.
No.
Place the
Baron.
woman on that pedestal. And she gestures towards a stone plinth ahead of her. And yeah, tells you to place the woman there.
Leader of the tribe, my final order, place her on the pedestal. And I look at Patak as I say this.
Should we not go with true suggestion?
Put the lady on the pedestal.
I will place her on pedestal.
You place her on the pedestal, and you wish for the child's life to be saved first.
Yes,
Very well, stand before her.
and I'll do it. I'll give
And as-
before I do it. I'll lay my axe down, or I'll just like hand it out to
Mhm.
Patak. He can take hold of my axe
Sure.
and my shield. I'll hand that off as well.
Yeah, you pass him your items, and you stand before her. And as you do, the room grows darker, and there is this red hue coming from the stone table. And as the hue glows, a dim red light, you feel a hand on your shoulder, Baron. This is a brave thing to do, and I hope the child is worth it. And as she removes her hand from you, your whole body stiffens, and you feel every part of you trying to leave your body. And as the red light flashes to darkness and then reignites with a brighter red light, Baron is no longer stood up. He has fallen to the floor, and circling the stone table is a thick ring of blood. As the ring swirls in a clockwise motion, it gets smaller, smaller, and smaller, until it rests on the bump of Melita, and as it rests upon her, it seeps through her clothing and vanishes, as the body of Baron lays still on the floor. The child is saved.
I'm gonna.
Now, dear Tabaxi girl, your trickery with death, you wish to test it.
I'm gonna kneel down next to Baron and check his pulse, check what's going on, see if he's breathing, anything like that.
Dead.
Dead?
Cold. There is no pulse. There's no warmth to the body like you should expect from a recently deceased body. It is stone cold.
Okay. Okay. Mine for
Very
his. Not her.
Yours for his.
I cannot bear the thought of sending the child back home with his father out in war and potentially the only chieftain left alive dead too.
Bringing the body of someone dead back is an arduous task. There is no guarantee that it will work.
He was strong in life. He is strong in this. It's worth a gamble.
You may try, if that
Futak,
is what you wish.
if Loki, come here.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Sorak will be really pissed.
It's fine. I'll see him in hell.
Yeah, that's
Can
the
you-
point.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
But then what if he takes me back? Then you fucked us both.
Can you stay with Putok?
Well, I don't get the choice, do I? I'm linked to you. If you're dead, then Ah, jeez.
Friends through thick and thin, right?
We were never friends.
Well, then it doesn't matter if I do it because you don't care anyway.
God damn it. Yes, I do. I don't want to go back there.
As they bicker, I will pick up the chieftain's wife
Yep.
again, and yeah, hold her.
Mm-hmm.
Does she seem more stable?
Can I do a medicine check
Sure.
to check? Like, is that
You definitely get the sense that you can now feel a kick from the child, whereas before you couldn't while holding her. You feel like she is waning. She doesn't seem like she's coping well. She may survive the pregnancy, but after which it's unsure. She lost a lot of blood. She's very weak, and she's going to need all the strength she can get to survive.
I I step with her on the circle.
Yeah,
to
and you go back
go
up.
back up.
Decision's been made for me, I think.
Very well.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's try, shall we? You say your name is True.
True Tales. Tabaxi.
Well, this'll be one if it works. And as the lights darken once again, and you lose sight of her, she vanishes. And then you feel the hand touch your shoulder. And as it leaves, the red light vanishes to darkness. And we will skip ahead a few hours as your boats come back in to the Windrunners. And as your sails, the sand sails pull back in, you notice that Putok, carrying the chieftain's wife, carries her back towards her tent. You see the guards walking back in. You see the handmaiden walking back in. You then see Baron stepping off of the boat and walking back in, followed by True Tales. As during the ritual, True fell to her death, but her magical trinket brought her back to life with a very small amount of hit points as she survives the ritual. And we will fast forward a few years later after this moment. The war slowly coming to an end. The father of the child that was saved stood back in the encampment, stood beside Baron, stood beside True, and stood beside Putok. And as all four of them see the child before them, the mother not with them, as she passed after the pregnancy. However, in honor of the valiant thing that Baron and True performed, they have named their child Baron, with the middle name of True. And Baron True Ridgeback now runs amongst the Windrunners to one day learn to sandsail from her godmother True, and to learn to fight and cook like her other two godparents. His other two godparents. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that would be a twist.
And as the camera pans out, we skip ahead 300 years to see the Windrunner tribe still going. A few more expansions of the barricade walls further out, and more of the sand sails being built and mastered. And that is where we will end tonight's session, as somebody at the beginning of the session chose a certain magic item, which was very, what's the word? If she hadn't have chose it, she'd have definitely been dead, or someone would have been. So that was a choice. You saved the baby, the heir to the Windrunners, but unfortunately the mother did pass. You guys did well. Well done. Round of applause. I really liked all of your characters. I thought they were amazing. I loved the little story. It was good. Thank you guys. What a journey tonight. Yeah, it was a sad one, but it was a good one. It was an emotional
That
one.
was so heavy.
That was
Yeah,
very
I know,
good.
right? Yeah.
Wow.
It was all very last minute, so I'm sorry if it did seem a little bit cut off or fast at points. There was another combat that was there, but I cut it to make sure that we finished on time. So yeah, that is the end of tonight's session. We are taking a little break because we are going to TwitchCon. So if you enjoy TwitchCon, if you want to meet us at TwitchCon and enjoy our content and would like to come and say hello, we're going to TwitchCon. So please do come along. We're going for Saturday, right?
Saturday,
Thank you,
16th.
cool. Saturday the 16th. We will hopefully all be there. as long as COVID stays away from all of us, because it's literally rife goddamn everywhere at the minute.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed we all are all good. Yeah, I'm very excited to meet you guys as well as you guys. You know, this should the same
All of
people in this.
everybody.
You're all right there for me.
Everybody.
But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Literally next week we it is our 1 year anniversary on Twitch for Natural Havoc,
Wow.
and we are meeting, which is the crazy. It wasn't even
It's
planned like
ironic.
that. It's so ironic.
Mm.
But yeah, so we're going to be meeting up. So we're very excited. We cannot wait. I also checked in on my flight as well, Tim. But let's go around the room real quick and say who we are, where you can find us, and all that good stuff. I imagine all of us are taking a break because we're literally all going away. But you can still find us until then, I think. So, Smitty, take it away.
Yes, you can still find me over at Smitty Jane on Twitch. I am taking a break indeed. Not gonna be streaming for about a week and a half-ish, but we're gonna be picking up Resident Evil 2, probably Resident Evil 3, as well as playing through all of the 3D Zelda games. I think we are at Twilight Princess now. I don't know, I don't really understand the timeline, but I think that's the one I'm gonna play after this. And yeah, you can find me live 4 days a week at the moment, evening time, European time.
Whoop, whoop. At the other side of the screen, Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. You find me over on Agent Zeb, but you also find all of these VODs over on YouTube, where we get those uploaded.
This
so
one
if you
better
wanna
be on
check it
YouTube.
out.
This one better
This
be on
will
YouTube.
be in the future.
Yeah, and make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube because they are the sponsors
They're
of the
sponsored
evening. They're
tonight?
sponsored tonight.
What?
They are literally sponsoring us. They could have sponsored any Twitch channel, and they said, "You guys rock. We want to sponsor you." So make
And
sure you
they're
go
sponsoring us at
subscribe.
TwitchCon. They will be at TwitchCon. Holy!
They
Right
have
there
paid.
with us.
They've paid for my flight.
They
so,
paid
yeah.
for me to be there.
Go,
They
go and
paid for the
subscribe.
Wow!
accommodation
Make sure
too.
y'all sub to them.
Yeah, they're literally paying for my alcohol
For all of us.
addiction.
They're paying for
Go-
all of us.
all my meals. Just go and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, why
Oh,
not? Go and
yeah.
subscribe.
What's your
We have
problem?
like
But on
20 subscribers.
You have a
I see you
problem?
guys there. Go and
You
subscribe.
subscriber.
You right there.
But on that
Very
note,
generous sponsor.
I'm
Very
actually taking
generous.
a break off of work this week, so I'm actually gonna stream.
Woo!
So
What?
hopefully-
Nice!
What?
So yeah, we'll have the usual variety content, some
Yeah.
strategy games like Crusader Kings, and some nice little simulations like going medieval and all such things. So come check it out, and next week, TwitchCon.
Awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. And Eagle, take it away.
Hello, y'all can find me with the Eagle Outlaw. I will not be streaming. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll see you guys. Hopefully those who are at TwitchCon, I'll meet y'all there. If not, you can follow me, the Eagle Outlaw. I do a lot of crazy random shit. And yeah, we have a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm super excited. Make sure you go follow the socials. Twitter, the Instagram. We have a Discord. You can go follow the Discord too. You can follow all that stuff, and you're gonna see the craziness here every Friday when we are back. And yeah, awesome.
And if you liked Jangles, you can find Jangles over on the Onion Soup. Yeah, Jangles was literally a random character. I was like, yeah, that'll be fun. I decided to make him immortal, so that means that he technically lives on for a limited amount of years.
No.
So he exists in the world. Enjoy Jangles. Some point in the future.
No.
Return!
There will
He's
be
never
the return
going
of
away.
Jangles.
No.
Yeah,
So,
so
I
funny.
have a question, and I feel like
Oh, God.
maybe, I don't know if other people also want to know, but Jangles could have never been used as a sacrifice, right?
No, he doesn't have blood.
No, okay.
Yeah, I was
not a
almost
soul.
gonna make Jangles be like, "Hey, you can take me if you like," but then I was like, Jangles wouldn't say that. But even if he did, she'd be like, no." So yeah, so
You are not
yeah,
worthy.
yeah. So Jangles is canon in the world. He is immortal. He is currently like 1,000 years old, and he doesn't know it because he's lived so long. He doesn't actually know timescale anymore. Yeah, and he's gonna be still alive in the world because he's immortal.
There might
So-
be someone else who's still alive.
There might be someone else who's still alive because technically 307 years for a Furbolg isn't that long. It's like just over their midlife. So technically, Tupac's brother,
Tupac.
Putok. God, this is so
Talk.
hard. It's so hard. Once I got Tupac in my head, I can't now forget it. Putok's technically still alive in canon as well. So that's kind of cool, right? He's in the Windrunner tribe potentially, unless he left and whatever. But yeah, you can find me over at the Onion Soup.
wandering again.
I actually won't be streaming now until after TwitchCon because I need to spend some time with my lovely fiance before I go away on holiday, and I just thought it'd be nice to surprise her and tell her I'm not streaming Monday. So I'm not actually going to be streaming Monday. I'm not streaming Tuesday, and then I'm in Amsterdam Wednesday, which is kind of exciting. I say kind of, like I'm super freaking hyped. So yeah, so that's very cool. And then we won't be back until like the following Wednesday, which is when I'll be live. So yeah. Awesome. But in terms of D&D, we'll be missing 2 weeks of D&D. We'll be missing TwitchCon, and then I am in Dublin the following one, so I'm going to unfortunately have to miss that. But the one after will be live, but we'll keep you all updated. It's all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for
Discord, make sure to join the Discord.
Discord if you're not part of it. We chat in there. I will, and I promise I will do some NPC stuff thrown in there soon as well, because I've wrote them all out. I need to just add the pictures to them, so it's all good. Yeah, cool, awesome, right. This video will be on YouTube. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for being here.
YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We love you all. Goodbye. See you at TwitchCon. Yeah.
Yeah.